Show today. It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen?
Keeler's always in the know.
It makes me want to call him
And tell him where to go.
And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
Celebrating 100 years.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, good morning, and one more cold day, and we begin a slight warm-up, just a slight warm-up, and then 40s for Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, so looks like, here's where I struggle with this when you're looking at an app,
Okay, all right.
is when it says it's tomorrow, my phone's telling me tomorrow's high is going to be just shy of 40, but I don't know if that's the daytime high, or if, because we're warming up on Thursday, we're going to hit the mid-30s at like 11 o'clock Wednesday night, and it rolls into Thursday morning. You know what I'm saying?
You have an hourly on yours, don't you?
Yeah, but it only does 24.
Oh, okay. That could happen, right? We've had those most times, almost 99%, and I don't know real percentages. I'm just making this up.
Right.
99% of the time, your high will hit during the daytime.
Right.
Every
That's
great
fair.
once in a while, when a warm front comes in, it happens at it'll be like at 9 a.m. our high is going to happen, and then we're getting a sudden decline in the temperature. So, yeah, that does happen every once in a while.
It happened 2 or 3 weeks ago where the high for, I don't know if it was right before Thanksgiving, but the high was supposed to be like mid-40s Saturday and Sunday, and we talked about it on the show, and then Saturday it didn't hit 40-something until like 10 p.m., and then at 4 a.m. Sunday, it hit the high of 49 for the day, and then temperatures just dropped from there. So while technically Saturday and Sunday, the high temps were in the mid-40s, everybody slept through it. Nobody got to experience it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the top 5 things I say to myself while driving down the road. Now, sometimes these things I truly say out loud. The top 5 things, the top 3 things, because these are all off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Top 3 things I say to myself while driving down the road. Number 3, what the hell are you doing? Number 2, why are you going so slow? And now, the number 1 thing I say to myself while driving on the road, get the hell out of the left lane.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah.
Game over, man. It's
Yes.
game over.
Yeah, okay. That was all just this morning. It's like, why? Yesterday, what a doozy situation yesterday. On the thruway, so we're coming upon this is a real story, and it gets even better. I can't even believe I'm going to tell this story. I can't believe I'm going to tell this story, but I'm going to do it. So we're driving back from Syracuse, and I don't know, right around Canastota, maybe. We're in of course, the eastbound lane, and I'm going along, doing well in the left lane as normal, and all of a sudden I look up, and there's a snowplow in the left lane with a big arrow that says, move over to the right lane, move over to the right lane. So I begin to put on my blinker because I know we're getting there. And I look, and I've got a space to come in with a line of traffic in the right lane. There's a space to come in. All of a sudden, I see a white vehicle. I won't say any more because you'll see why. All of a sudden, I see a white vehicle begin to do what Jeff. Okay,
Fishtail?
No. All of a sudden, I see a white vehicle begin to do what? Ready, go.
Drift into your lane.
Wrong. Quickly, you can get it. Speed up.
Okay.
Immediately, this is what happens. Oh, wait a minute. Is there someone trying to get in front of me? Let me now not drive under the speed limit. Let me hit the gas and close the gap.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
there's nothing that makes me any more angry.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to do that. I'm stuck in about 5 seconds, maybe 10. I'm going to run into the back of this snowplow, or I'm going to have to hit the brakes and slow down to almost nothing, try to get into the right lane, and then there'll be somebody else behind the white car not letting me in. Anyway, Johnny Rocket in the white car decides to speed up and narrow the gap. Now, I've had listen, we get up early.
Yeah.
Had a long day. So I began to merge. He began to tighten the gap even more. Now I can see him. The nose of his vehicle is practically up to the probably passenger door of my vehicle, but I continue to merge. And I'm like, here we go.
Look out, I'm coming
Here
through.
we go. Here we go. So I now his horn is honking. Arms are flailing. Horns, 12 horns are honking. 4 arms are wailing. And I move into the lane, and he continues to gesture me from the rearview mirror. I'm not playing any games, though. I'm not flipping him off. I'm just like, listen, I had to get in, and you didn't have to do that, you piece of garbage.
Right.
And this is all in my head. I'm not yelling it out the window or anything like that. All right, so here's the best part of the story. I'm done. I'm over. The moment is over. I forgive and forget. Let's move on. So now he's just behind me. And I get in this moment where we're now following a long line of left traffic because on the way up, you see way up there's a tractor trailer in the right lane, long line of left traffic doing a little slow. He sees an opportunity and almost causes a multi-car pileup by swooping down in the right lane and then just before the tractor trailer coming in front of the car that is ahead of me.
Okay.
And it was close. Oh, well. All right, that's what you want to do. Now he's won. And my son was in the car. We were on our way back. I'm like, okay, he's won. So let's just let him or her win.
Take your defeat and get home safe.
So the best part of the story, though, is we're continuing to make our way home, and somehow I end up back behind the vehicle. All the way from Canastota to New Hartford. Every turn he made, I made. And it wasn't, at this point, I'm saying to my son, okay, they probably, at some point, this person's going to stop and say, why are you following me? And I wasn't. I was just, it was my route, and his route was exactly my route. And that's how it ended. And sooner or later, he pulled off to the right over by Sangertown, and I just kept going. So
I thought you were going to say, turns out it was my neighbor 2 houses down.
Turns out, yes. And that's the other thing you have to be careful of. You never know who that person is in the car.
Sure.
But I don't know what. Why do people do that? Why do you feel that? Oh, wait a minute! Somebody's going to get ahead of me. I'm going to speed up and prevent them. I could see if I understand. I could see if they, that you're driving and there's that sign that says you got to merge to the right side because there's construction. And if there's that piece of garbage person, and I really am not that person who continues to go in that lane,
right?
Passing everybody, and trying to squeeze in way up front.
Yeah,
that's not what we were doing. What prompts someone to say, "I'm going to speed up and not let this person in line"? Do they do it at the grocery store? I wonder. I really wonder. It's like I think in the grocery store, people are fairly, oh, sir, you're looking, just pop right in there. Not on the road, though. I don't know what it is that compels us to be a-holes on the road, but we are.
Yeah, it could be a multitude of things. It could be a person who honestly wasn't paying attention. They were either reading a text message, scanning their radio.
That is true. It could be someone stupid.
It could be a stupid person. Or it could be someone who said, look, person in the vehicle next to me, being you. You and I both saw this snowplow from 1.5 miles away. Why are you waiting until now?
I didn't see it. It was one of those things where I'm looking and all of a sudden realizing other cars ahead of me were ahead of me. They were merging in, and they were allowed to merge in. But when it got to me, the person in the white car decided, I'm going to close this gap and not let this person in. And I'm saying they had to hit the gas. They really hit the gas to close the gap. I won't talk about this anymore because I know it's bothering Wayne. And Wayne is out there and has had probably the same scenario. Wayne, I hope that wasn't you in the white car. That would be awful.
Can I just share what text message I just got?
Yeah.
It's in a similar vein. As a college professor, a student passed me during the snowstorm we had last week. They beeped and gave me the finger. The roads were bad, and I was going slow. It was my student.
Which is appropriate.
Yes.
Turns out, though.
It was my student on their way to take the final in my class in 1 hour.
I love that. I love that.
Can you follow up and let us know, was there a point deduction? Did you ever reconcile this with the student?
At the very least, I wonder if there was that moment where the teacher could have said, I'm going to give this person the benefit of the doubt on this question, and now is like, sorry, no gift for you.
The written portion of your exam was unsatisfactory.
That's exactly right. It's all subjective.
Learn to speak with your pen, not your finger.
Tanya J. Powers, Fox News Radio, coming up in a moment. We learn more about the Rob Reiner movie, of course, or murder, I should say. Sorry. Of course, it turns out that it was indeed the son. Yeah. Apparently a drug addict. That's believed. He struggled with that.
Still an addict?
Well, something had to be going on there.
Yeah.
And they said that they were all at a party thrown by another, Conan O'Brien.
Yep, Conan O'Brien.
A Conan O'Brien party on Saturday night. And the parents were, and both Rob Reiner and his wife, the parents of this kid, were extremely embarrassed by his behavior. He was acting abnormal. He was bothering people. He was insulting, annoying people. So when they ended up getting home, who knows what happened, right? Who knows what happened because I'm assuming you would say to your kid, what were you doing? Are you back on are you back on drugs, or are you? I mean, I can only imagine what the conversation was probably like once they arrived home, because off and on he was living with his parents, and it seems that at some point he had to be at his parents. If, again, everybody's innocent until proven guilty, but he's being charged. But that is the story that's being told. And other people who were at the party said they also observed him being very abnormal. So, boy.
Wow.
And when you get to the point where, and again, we're just surmising, we don't know, but when you get to a point where drugs or alcohol or whatever is going on in your world becomes... to the point where it overtakes you, where you could literally take a knife and slash the two people who brought you into this world and are taking care of you, and probably really are bending over backwards to try to get you back on your feet. In fact, he put him in a movie. He talked about how he had helped write the screenplay. This was much earlier. And everyone who speaks about Rob Reiner, except for President Trump, says that he was just an incredible person. Of course, the president, being the president that he is, took to social media to disparage him. Said he was probably killed over TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. He was a very, very bad man. He was not good for America. Rob Reiner was not good for America because he didn't like Trump, at least in the Trump world. He was not good for America. That is basically a summary of what happened. I can't hear you off mic, Davey, but here you are.
I thought Trump's comments about Rob Reiner's murder were very disrespectful.
Well, I only ask, how is it any different than people up in arms over comments that were made about Charlie Kirk? Yeah. I mean, in both worlds, in the right and then in the left, in both worlds, this person apparently meant something I didn't realize he was as political as he was, but in both worlds, he was iconic. And I don't know what makes that any different. Right? A lot of people lost their jobs over just asking questions about saying things like, well, I don't agree with the things that Charlie Kirk said, but, nobody should die the way he died. Nobody should die the way Rob Reiner died. So I don't know the difference. I really think it's a great example where I don't care which side you're on, where we all should just kind of look and say, maybe the rhetoric's getting a little too hot. We got to step down just a little bit.
I think we're kind of late on that.
But maybe this is the moment that we say, this isn't good. This probably isn't becoming of us as a nation. It's time to, or you can just pick up on what President Trump had said and be like, yeah, he was a scumbag. He was way left. His politics were far left, and he hated Trump. And for that reason, his kid should have killed him. maybe that's the feeling that some will have. I think it's time for us to look in the mirror and say, I don't think I want to be this way. I wouldn't be this way with my neighbor. I'm not going to be this way online. Do you want to add to that?
No, I just the number of people I saw celebrating the Charlie Kirk situation online was just absolutely disgusting.
I think it is, and some of those people lost their jobs or
celebrating his murder.
Yeah. Only the president right now, so we'll see where that goes. And this is not tit for tat. You can't. Yeah, but look at what. No, and those are just people. This is the president of the United States. I'm sorry, there is a difference. And I don't think it's appropriate.
There are a lot of people too on the Republican side who have come out and said what Trump said's not acceptable.
There are several,
disgusting,
including several here in New York. Anyway, we'll speak with Tanya Powers on that coming up in a little bit. Free money question of the day today, Davey. Yesterday we were at $1.85, and this morning, it's going to be exciting when we hit the number
200.
200. Okay. All right. Well. We're also going to talk to the FX Matt Brewery. The director of brewing at the FX Matt Brewery just had won a huge award.
Oh yeah,
man, they are incredibly hot. The FX Matt Brewery. Frank Policelli, Jim Brown's attorney, is on here this morning. We'll speak with him and get his take on that, plus other cases that are going on in the world, and much more to get to here this morning. We have a brand new Real Men Get Tested for Cancer commercial. I'm pretty excited about this. That'll debut on television, I believe, and radio today. And Manaski will update the news coming up in a second. Stand by. It's 6:39 at WIBX.
Chilly start. Right now, cloudy skies, 13 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 6:39. Hollywood morning is in mourning following the death of iconic film director Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle. Their 32-year-old son, Nick, is being held without bond in connection with their murders. Rob Reiner was an award-winning director and actor whose credits included When Harry Met Sally and Stand By Me. The suspect responsible for the deadly Brown University mass shooting remains at large, and law enforcement has stepped up patrols in Providence, Rhode Island. Mayor Brett Smiley says the police department has an enhanced presence in city neighborhoods as the search for that suspect continues. As part of the investigation, police are going to area businesses and homes to request any available camera footage. The Department of Homeland Security reporting the arrests of more than 250 people so far in the federal immigration enforcement operation in the New Orleans area. DHS has not stated how many people have been detained but not arrested, how many have been released, or how many have been deported. Donald Trump Jr. and socialite Bettina Anderson are engaged to be married. Right-wing activist Laura Loomer posted a video on X of President Trump making the announcement at the White House holiday party. Trump Jr. works for the Trump Organization alongside his brother, Eric. Monday Night Football last night, the Steelers still sit atop the AFC North as they beat the Dolphins 28-15 in Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers threw for more than 220 yards and a pair of touchdowns as the Steelers have not lost a Monday Night Football game at home since the early 1990s.
Wow.
Wow. It's funny. We talk about sometimes teams who maybe aren't good in prime time or aren't good in a high-pressure game. And the Steelers seem to have that reputation, too. If it's prime time, you know they're bringing their best.
Yeah.
And I think that's evidence of it right there. And the holidays are upon us, and the United States Postal Service says it is prepared for the shipping rush. There are some important shipping dates to keep in mind. Tomorrow is the last day to send your items in time for them to arrive by Christmas Day if you're using USPS Ground Advantage or first-class mail service within the lower 48 states.
You can still pay the extra, and I guess once you get so close, there's no guarantee, but you can still pay priority rates, overnight rates, that sort of thing.
Sure. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 6:42. Here's a look at your Weather Center forecast.
Snow now well north. We'll get nickeled and dimed here tomorrow and Thursday with some precipitation. Looks like a milder system coming on in. Clouds go on to increase today. Upper 20s after another cold start. Tonight near 20. North Country will be a little bit colder. Now, tomorrow we might have some mixed precipitation around early, so might get slick in spots then. Rain and snow showers in the afternoon, but little accumulation expected. And it'll be scattered around, high close to 40. Maybe a rain shower Thursday, 42. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
13 degrees, cloudy skies at 6:43.
Coming up, we'll get into some of the things that are going on and some comments that have lingered around from yesterday. Had a huge amount of comments yesterday, and already some this morning we'll get to coming up. You can be watching on YouTube. Just search for Keeler Livestream on YouTube. We're up there every morning. The show automatically archives at 9 a.m., so if you missed something or you want to play it back and say something like somebody you know, like, can you believe those idiots said this? Here's proof. You could do that. Also, the app, simply go to Google Play or the App Store and search WIBX 950, and you'll find it. We're also on AM and FM. And there's a guy, actually, in Marcy who claims that for some reason the radio station broadcasts over the filling in his molar. It's a weird thing. He's near the transmitter. So, I don't know. It's odd. It's odd, but I feel like it's yeah, Davey, true. Shaking his head. 6:43 at WIBX.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA. Plus, get an upgrade to triple pane windows for free. Minimum 3-window purchase. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So, write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 and get the triple pane upgrade free. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
At Community Memorial, we have one goal: to help you get better. Like better emergency care, our ED in Hamilton now offers the lowest average wait times in the region, a comfortable waiting area, and private patient rooms. There's now better access to orthopedic care from our world-class specialists, the latest advanced robotic technology, and walk-in clinics in New Hartford, Cazenovia, and Hamilton. We now offer quicker access to breast biopsies and colonoscopies because faster is better. And better community care with in-house surgical and rehab teams in Hamilton, urgent care, and 6 regional primary care offices. Plus, get access to better diagnostics with the latest MRI and CT imaging. Better. That's our commitment throughout the entire CMH healthcare system, providing better experiences with better services to support better outcomes. Learn more at communitymemorial.org and get better at CMH in Hamilton.
The holiday season has arrived, and the Old Wicker Mill is your one-stop shop for all your gift-giving needs. We now have 2 great locations with thousands of products to help make your holiday shopping easier and more convenient. The Old Wicker Mill has something for everyone, from babies all the way up to great-grandparents. So stop by and visit us in the New Hartford Shopping Center or in the North Utica Shopping Center at 50 Howard Ave. Take it away, Mom.
That's the Old Wicker Mill, where everything we carry is fun, functional, and affordable.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Celebrating 100 years.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Tim Reed and I put together a new commercial for our organization called Real Men Get Tested for Cancer. Guys tend to be extremely big procrastinators, and they do not do a really good job in general of doing what they should do. And by getting tested, the message is that it will increase the chances of being able to beat it. People who catch cancer early have a far better chance of survival than those who catch it later. And by getting tested, that's really important. Quickly, here's the commercial. It's me, Tim Reed, and you'll be able to see a little bit of it.
Yes, I can see it.
And I went back to like 2003 or something and found old footage on our TV show of us taking one of those inflatable Santa Clauses and using a leaf blower with helium and blowing it into the sky and making Santa fly. All right?
Okay.
So, and this references that. This is a quick 30-second spot. Here we go.
Tim, I'm delaying my cancer screening because my holiday list is just too big. I got to buy the gifts, wrap the gifts, and find the inflatable Santa that mysteriously blew away.
You launched it with a leaf blower.
What are you talking about?
Listen, if you die of cancer, none of this matters. Not the lights, not the gifts, not Santa the Hindenburg.
Make sure you have a holiday list to complete next year. Listen to your doctor. Early detection of cancer can save your life.
Boom.
Love it.
Little throwback there to 2005 with the Santa going up in the air.
Love what you're doing. It's a very important message.
It is important, and you know what? The message here is that to-do list, it's the most important thing in the world, doesn't get done if you're sitting there in the hospital or you don't make it. On the line right now is Tanya J. Powers with Fox News Radio. Sad news, whether you liked what he did, although I'm not sure you'll struggle to not find at least one movie that was a real favorite of yours, done by Rob Reiner over the years. It's really incredible how many people, how many actors he assisted, and of course his wife as well. Tanya, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, what do we know as of today? We're learning more about the son and that very difficult relationship, I guess.
Yeah, we have learned, we know that the Los Angeles District Attorney could be announcing charges against Nick Reiner as early as today. I think according to the timeline that the officials have laid out as far as how all this happened, I think they have until tomorrow to charge him. But we are expected to find out maybe today what the district attorney is going to say in the line of official charges and all of that. We do know that he was booked on suspicion of murder early yesterday. He is still in jail. I know that they had given him a $4 million bail at first, and then apparently changed that to no bail. So he's being held without bail right now.
Stories that have come out, apparently they were, the three of them, mom, dad, and son, were at a Conan O'Brien holiday party on Saturday night, and there are reports that have come out from other outlets where he was acting abnormally, and it caused a great deal of tension.
Yeah, apparently they had argued there. Both the father and the son had argued at that event. When there have been several people who were there who have come out and said, I mean, most of the people who have spoken so far have, kind of been law enforcement that are not authorized to speak about it. So we've heard a lot of bits and pieces from that. But there are also apparently people who were at that party who said that there were some tense moments.
Yeah. You wonder, how does it get so tense? How could it get that tense? Right? And it doesn't make sense, which the only thing that makes any sense of it is is what we don't know to be true, but we're hearing a lot about drug abuse.
Yeah, I mean, Nick had apparently been pretty open as far as his, struggles with drug abuse. The family had discussed this publicly. Matter of fact, the two of them had worked on a movie together in the last, I think 10 years ago, 2016. It was a semi-autobiographical film called Being Charlie. It was about a Los Angeles teenager who abused drugs and had a turbulent relationship with his dad. At the time, when they were talking about the film and kind of promoting this, Nick Reiner had written the script with a friend of his he had met in rehab. When Nick Reiner had talked about this film when he was 22, he's like 32 now, but yeah, he said that he had been in and out of rehab 18 times since he was 15.
Oh.
I mean, so they've been pretty open about his struggles with addiction and homelessness and things like that in the past.
Yeah. All right. Just when you think that things are quiet and everything seems to be moving along, we had an incredibly busy, tragic news weekend from Australia to Providence, Rhode Island to Los Angeles here with this story. A lot going on and a lot of tragedy. So, okay. All right, Tanya. Thank you as always. We appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you.
Tanya J. Powers with Fox News Radio. I wonder. Well, I can play a couple of clips. You have something to add?
No, it's separate from.
Okay, I have something separate as well. Let me just give you two things on. This is Nick Reiner, who's now been arrested for killing his parents. He had been staying in the family guest house where his parents, Rob and Michelle, lived. In 2018, he was doing an interview, and he laughed while talking about how he, at one point, was so bad with his addiction, he trashed the entire place.
I got totally spun out on uppers. I think it was coke and something else, and I was up for days on end, and I started punching out different things in my guest house. I think I started with the TV, and then I went over to the lamp, and then everything in the guest house got wrecked.
Did you punch the TV?
Yeah, I literally punched the TV.
So I guess it'd be okay to be telling that story that way if you're in recovery and you're trying to talk to people about how bad things can get.
Yeah.
But, 2 days after you allegedly killed your parents, that interview comes back to haunt you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's unfortunate what happens to people when they get caught up in drugs. And even there, you can hear them kind of, yeah, I was spun out on uppers. It was coke and something else. I mean, you can only assume whether it was pharmaceutical or like meth or crack. And he said, I was up for days. That's not like a Friday night, went out, made a bad decision. Not that that's okay, but like out for days, destroying a guest house that isn't, it's his parents' home. I understand that he might have been living there at the time, but it wasn't his.
Yeah, they're letting you. They're trying to get you on your feet and let you live there. Again, we don't know what went on. There's never an excuse for something like this, but we don't know. How did he become an addict? What was family life like? Whereas I don't know. Who knows? I'm sure there will be a story to tell. And then many are out there talking, people who were worked with Reiner. Seinfeld, it may have been lasted without his involvement. That Reiner saved Seinfeld from being canceled early on. Ratings were dismal in the beginning. Reiner convinced NBC to keep with the program. Here is the interview on that.
We just had to fight like crazy to keep it on the air, which we did. Did you know that was going to be a hit? You never know anything's going to be a hit. We knew it was good.
That was Reiner, of course, talking about it. So anyway, it's really a tragic story. You have what's going on in Australia. And then, of course, at Brown University. I do have to ask about Brown. Like, what is going on where, once again, Kash Patel is, well, we don't know who, but somebody leaked this kid's name that was arrested. That wasn't arrested. It was brought in for questioning. The original. And even the president came out and was briefed by Patel that we have the guy, we have the suspect, we have him. I mean, this is the second time that has happened, that Patel has told the president that we've got the person, and then the president makes a comment about it, and then we end up finding out that they've got the wrong guy. This happened all over again. What is going on here?
Yeah.
And by the way,
that
kid's name never should have been released, because how do you put that back in?
Right.
Once it's out and his picture is out, which it has been, and his name is out there, he's now associated with it. You still will have today people saying, well, they just didn't have enough evidence to nail him. No, they're saying that he's not the person. So how does the name get leaked? You really kind of have to wonder.
I do not know, and it's been rumored that Kash Patel would soon be on his way out because of things like this, and now that it's happened again, I don't know. I think it's going to be coming sooner than later.
Well, the thing
there will be a new director of the FBI.
The thing that I would worry about is you're putting the president in a tough position here, because you're briefing the president, who's then going out and saying, we have a person in custody. We basically have the guy. The face gets released. The name gets released. And then all of a sudden, we got to walk it back. So I think it puts President Trump in a tough position. And then something unrelated.
Yes, so this is a follow-up to the professor who was cut off by the student in the middle finger. I did not grade the student poorly, but I did embarrass them a bit and allow them to squirm. I shared the story with the class and gave the student a hard time, but in good fun. I don't think they'll be doing that again anytime soon.
I love that. That is so good, right? Because, that professor, whoever it is that you're talking about, could very well have taken it out personally on that person. Just be careful. Number one, you don't know who you're flipping off and cutting off on the highway. And number two, you don't know if they have a gun in their
I was going to say,
glove compartment.
It could be like this person who seems to be a nice person and a good professor, or it could be a deranged nutcase who is going to follow you home and, well,
you never
just
know.
leave it at that.
I wasn't following the person.
I wasn't talking about you.
Okay, good.
I don't think you're...
I was just on my way home, and, it just so happened that I'm like, oh, God, they're turning left. I got to turn left. I almost turned right and went the long route just to avoid a possible situation, but it all worked out. And what did I say? Glove compartment. It's called glove compartment, right? You ever think about that?
Yeah, there's a center console and then a glove box or a glove compartment.
A glove box or a glove compartment. I said glove box the other day, and my wife is like, what is a glove box? I'm like, well, it's another name for glove compartment.
Did she say it to you in the parlor or the living room?
In the parlor, living room. You ever wonder why we call it the glove box? I do wonder, right? You kind of wonder. I don't know that I've ever had gloves in the glove compartment.
I don't think I have either. Why, if they're in the glove compartment? Yeah, never mind. I'll skip it.
But you never know what could be in the glove compartment when you're in the middle of road rage, so be careful. Quick break. We have news coming up top of the hour. It's Tuesday morning at WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years.
Still searching for the Brown University shooter. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
It is going to be hard for my city to feel safe going forward. This has shaken us.
That's Providence Mayor Brett Smiley. Saturday's shooting left 2 Brown students dead, 9 wounded.
The FBI says this person should be considered armed and dangerous. The FBI is also now offering a $50,000 reward for any information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction in this case.
Fox's Brian Yennis also reports from Brown.
Providence police say they have developed a new lead, releasing new surveillance videos showing the clearest pictures yet of the primary person of interest that they are looking for. These videos appear to show the potential gunman walking near Brown University at 2 p.m. on Saturday. That is just 2 hours before the shooting.
Nick Reiner will be in court later this morning in Los Angeles to face murder charges in the death of his father, Rob, a famed actor and movie director, and mother, Michelle. Actor James Woods, a friend of Rob Reiner's, tells Fox his reaction when he heard the news of the stabbings inside their home.
You know, when you can't breathe, I literally said, and I said, was it a home invasion? And she said, we don't know, but it may have been Nick.
The U.S. military's blown up 3 more boats off the coast of Venezuela, said to be trafficking illegal drugs, killing 8 more alleged narco-terrorists. Lawmakers in both parties want more answers. Democrats question the operation's legality, and in a few hours, senators will get a classified briefing from Secretary of State Marco Rubio and War Secretary Pete Hegseth. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says,
and if Secretary Hegseth continues to conceal the truth, then what exactly is he trying to hide?
Nobody got lucky last night, hitting the Powerball jackpot, so the fortune grows to $1.25 billion tomorrow night, the 11th largest lottery prize ever. America's listening to Fox News.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah. Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
24 people remain hospitalized in Australia after Sunday's terror attack targeting Jews on Bondi Beach.
Matilda. Friends and family of the youngest victim of the shooting, 10-year-old Matilda, gather in grief. One of 15 killed, police say, by a father and son. Federal Police Commissioner Chrissy Barrett.
Early indications point to a terrorist attack inspired by Islamic State.
The father was shot dead by police. The son also shot but still alive. State Police Commissioner Mal Lanyon says they've been tracing their movements.
They did travel to the Philippines. The reasons why they went to the Philippines and where they went when they were there is under investigation at the moment.
Homemade ISIS flags and improvised bombs were found in the attacker's vehicle. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
We'll get updates to the economy next hour, both delayed by the long government shutdown. Retail sales for October and this.
November's jobs report with not 1 but 2 months worth of data on the health of the U.S. job market. The report will include the unemployment rate for November and some data on hiring in October.
Fox's Hillary Barsky. Economists expect less hiring than in September. The unemployment rate is predicted to remain at 4.4%. On Wall Street, ahead of the report, stock futures are down. On Monday Night Football, Miami gets frozen out of the postseason in chilly Pittsburgh.
Miami has been eliminated from playoff contention thanks to a 28-15 loss to the Steelers, where 4-time MVP Aaron Rodgers threw 2 touchdowns, including this catch and run from DK Metcalf in the third quarter.
On third down, got it to DK Metcalf. And fighting his way for the touchdown.
That was courtesy of ESPN as the Steelers improved to 8-6 and remain atop the AFC North. Miami's rushing attack managed just 63 yards on the night, and according to ESPN, the Dolphins have now lost 14 straight games in sub-40 temperatures at kickoff.
That's Joe Morgan. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Mostly cloudy skies, 13 degrees. Good morning, I'm Jeff Manaski, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM. News time is 7:05. This news update is brought to you by the Stanley Center for the Arts. A Central New York legend being remembered, Anthony Tony Graziano passed away Sunday, just a few weeks shy of his 104th birthday. He was a World War II veteran who fought in the Battle of the Bulge, helping liberate Jews imprisoned in concentration camps. After his military service, Graziano would spend more than 6 decades as a promoter, manager, and trainer for young boxers. including Canastota's Billy Backus, whom he helped lead to the world welterweight title in 1970. He was instrumental in the founding and building of the International Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota, and of course many others knew him as the man behind Graziano's Casamia restaurant, which was located just across from the IBHOF and the Canastota Thruway interchange. Tony Graziano was 103. Season pass is now on sale if you'd like to hit the ice at Utica's outdoor skating rink. Each pass with skate rental is $150, and ones without skating rentals included is $100. The rink is open Wednesday through Friday from 4 to 9, Saturday from noon to 4, and Sunday from noon to 4 as well. There will also be a special Skate with Santa event happening 1 week from today. A bill allowing family and friends of accident victims to set up memorials where they lost their loved ones is now law in New York. The Alexander John Smullen Traffic Safety Memorial Act was introduced by State Assemblyman Robert Smullen. His 14-year-old son, AJ, passed away last year after being struck by a vehicle on Route 7 in Niskayuna. Smullen says the measure will honor the legacy of his son and bring peace to families of people who lose their lives in vehicular collisions. And Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh already has a new gig lined up once his current term comes to an end. He's been picked to be the new director of the New York State Canal Corporation beginning in February. Walsh will be responsible for overseeing economic development, tourism, and recreation along the Oswego, Champlain, Erie, and Cayuga-Seneca canals. Governor Kathy Hochul says Walsh has achieved significant progress as mayor and developed important projects like the I-81 project. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3.
I also think he made the decision a long time ago to become a Democrat and support Kathy Hochul. Those were two very integral, very big experience. I mean, those decisions gave him a great deal of experience and knowledge to be able to do this job. Don't you think? I'm just saying. Sorry you're doing the news. I should just stay back here.
No, you do whatever you want. I just can't interject right now. I don't think it would be appropriate.
You're probably right.
WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:08. Here's a look at a chilly but improving Weather Center forecast.
Snow now well north. We'll get nickeled and dimed here tomorrow and Thursday with some precipitation. Looks like a milder system coming on in. Clouds go on to increase today. Upper 20s after another cold start. Tonight, near 20. North Country will be a little bit colder. Now, tomorrow we might have some mixed precipitation around early, so it might get slick in spots then. Rain and snow showers in the afternoon, but little accumulation expected. And it'll be scattered around, high close to 40. Maybe a rain shower Thursday, 42. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Looking forward to a couple of days in the 40s, but right now cloudy skies and 13 degrees at 7:09. All right, from the IBEW 43 local sports desk, the Steelers got another Monday night win at home. They finished off Week 15 beating the Miami Dolphins. 28-15 was the final score. A stat that blows my mind, the Steelers haven't lost a home Monday night football game since the early 1990s. That doesn't sound possible, but it is. The Chiefs are counting their blessings after a disastrous Week 15. Head coach Andy Reid says quarterback Patrick Mahomes did not suffer any major damage to other ligaments other than tearing his ACL against the Chargers. Mahomes is heading to Dallas to get a second opinion on his knee from the Cowboys head team physician, and he is expected to have surgery later this week. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels is being shut down for the rest of this year. This after he re-aggravated that dislocated left elbow during the team's December 7th loss to the Vikings. Daniels started just 7 games this season. Marcus Mariota gets the nod from here. Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons will miss the rest of the year, also with a torn ACL. The team acquired him in a trade with the Cowboys in the offseason, signed him to a 4-year deal for $188 million. The Jets fire their defensive coordinator. Steve Wilks out after just 14 games into his tenure. Head coach Aaron Glenn saying defensive backs coach and passing game coordinator Chris Harris has been named as interim defensive coordinator. Giants interim head coach Mike Kafka is keeping his focus on the team. When asked about the possibility of losing other job opportunities due to his lack of success at the helm, Kafka said he's not concerned about that stuff. His focus is on getting his guys ready to roll. Giants 2-12 this year. And I know it's not a popular thing to say, but what's best for the team, frankly, is not winning any more games this season. Right now, they are projected to have the top pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Syracuse basketball, going to my man Uncle Smitty here for this. They will play tomorrow on the ACC Network's
ACC Network Extra against
thank you.
Mercyhurst.
What is
Mercyhurst? I got to tell you, love their chocolate chip. The ice cream is creamy. Isn't that an ice cream company?
No, that's Mercer's.
That's
Mercer's.
That's Mercer's.
That's Mercer's Dairy in
Love the
Boonville.
chocolate chip.
Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you guys. I was doing something else and thought you guys were talking about ice cream.
Love the chocolate chip.
Who is that team? What is that team? Where is that team from? I don't know anything about them.
Mercyhurst University in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
All right.
I guess
It's a Division I school, and they're known as,
for sure.
as their mascot is Luke the Laker.
Luke the Laker. Oh, yes.
And their team colors
yes.
are blue, green, and white.
Okay, that's really...
Look.
Well, listen, I think the way Syracuse did it this year is they started out with a couple
It's a private Catholic school.
couple of easy games. Then they played a really rough, tough schedule.
That tournament,
And,
right?
Yeah.
The tournament in Vegas is the precedent.
And then and lost a ridiculous game to St. Joe's that they shouldn't have lost. And now they
beat St. Joe's. They lost to Hofstra.
To Hofstra, sorry. Now they have, which they should not have lost that game.
Right.
Yep.
Now they have these couple of easy opponents. But then New Year's Eve, I think they jump right into Clemson.
I remember going back, 10, 15 years ago, more Boeheim days, where he would be criticized for the pre-conference schedule being loaded with what was called then cupcakes. There were a lot of cupcakes on the schedule.
Yeah.
Because the committee, sorry to interrupt you, Jeff, because the committee looks at this for the seedings for the NCAA tournament.
Well, right. And they have, just like we talked about.
Well, they also look at quality wins.
Pioneers hockey.
Yeah.
You know, it's very important to do well in the conference so you can get away with some early season losses. My point being, it seems like a lot of the pre-conference action is loaded up with cupcakes, but the bad thing is old Syracuse used to steamroll these teams. They'd win by 35 points at home.
Well,
when they win, it comes down to the final minute.
I got to say, though, that I like this team, and they shouldn't have lost to Hofstra. And let's not forget how many years ago it was with a good Syracuse team that lost to Lemoyne. That was when Lemoyne was Division II. I think they may have moved to Division I now.
They're Division I now.
Yeah, they were Division I, then they went to Division II, another Division I. But these things happen in basketball, especially. I think any team on any given night. I understand that. My point is, so usually a lot of close games.
If they had 8 cupcakes on the schedule, they'd for sure win 6, 7 of them.
Yeah.
There's always a trap game. There's always a team you didn't see coming that puts forth its best effort because they're on a national stage playing Syracuse University. But now it's like, we're going to go 5-3 against the Cupcakes.
Well, I do know they're really going to try to get a big win. I know they have Clemson New Year's Eve, and then the 30th,
4-4.
The day before New Year's Eve, they have Poland High School, and they're going to really try to get one of those big wins there.
I'm rooting for Poland in that game. That's for sure.
I am too. All right, quick break, and we're going to speak with Dr. Kent Hall. Listen to this headline: Doctors sound the alarm as the numbers for this worrying disease are higher than they were pre-pandemic. It's caused infant deaths and high illness rates throughout the country, and it is spreading very, very fast throughout the United States. So I want to talk about that coming up in just a second here with Dr. Kent Hall. And it's 7:15 at WIBX.
This station is brought to you by Notre Dame Catholic Schools. Buy your raffle ticket today for a chance at $100,000. Must be 18 and purchase in person. Call 315-724-5118.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA. Plus, get an upgrade to triple pane windows for free. Minimum 3-window purchase. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 and get the triple pane upgrade free. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Hey, you want to give the gift they'll actually use this holiday? Peace of mind? Give the people in your life something that will protect them. Go to BYRNA.com today. They are the world leader in less lethal personal defense. It's compact, it's concealable, it's powerful. The newest burner, compact, fits in a pocket, a purse, while delivering real stopping power for up to 60 feet away. I carry one every day. I recommend every family have a burner, every person have one. Now, it fires potent, kinetic, and aerosol rounds that can stop any attacker in their tracks for up to 40 minutes. It's legal in all 50 states. You don't need a background check. It ships right to your door. Burner gives both the gift giver and the recipient peace of mind, not just for the holidays, but all year round and for many years to come. Protect your loved ones. Safety is priceless. Visit BYRNA.com today and find the right launcher for you and your family. That's BYRNA.com.
Mattress Express's New Year's sale is on. Save up to $1,350 on New York State's largest selection of bedding from upstate New York's largest specialty bedding retailer. Go to mattressexpressny.com or call 1-800-NEW-BED.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar. 315-444-4444.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Celebrate 75 years of belonging with AmeriQ Credit Union. Join today at ameriq.org. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
20, 15, 10, 5, diving. Is he in? He is.
The NFL is on Westwood One.
Down the middle, it's caught over the shoulder in the end zone. Touchdown, Smith. And that may make it insurmountable. Wow.
The NFL plays here all season long on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Yesterday we got I believe it was who had the bid yesterday on the on Sheriff Mayshel's tractor.
Matt and Holland Patton. I think that's
It's Matt.
is that
Is
right?
that-
That's your brother-in-law?
Is Matt your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Yes. The answer to that is yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes, yes.
He bet bid $400 on the New Holland tractor from the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, and we now have a bid from Anonymous for $500, Davey. See if Matt wants to go higher. $500 is where we're at.
Smitty was doing his, is that Daniel Bryan? Yes, 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 yes. That's a wrestling reference that you wouldn't get, and I think I took a shot in the dark and I hit the target.
No, you didn't. You got it wrong. It's an old commercial they used to play here. How do these stop? How do you get them to stop?
There you go.
It's an old commercial here, and it goes like this. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, no.
Remember that one?
Oh, geez, yeah. Yes, yes.
I remember
yes.
that. People of all ages can experience any level of discomfort in the knees, hips, back that stem from foot issues. And, Steve Spurbeck with Sleep in Heavenly Peace, I just spoke to him yesterday, and he was getting new inserts at the Good Feet store. They have inserts that are strengtheners, maintainers, and relaxers that go into your shoes. And when you're walking around, even when you're sitting, it's reforming and correcting your walk and your step, your arch, and it makes all the difference in the world when it comes to the pain that you might have. And that is all made in the USA. It's the Good Feet store, 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford. For details, you can call them, but you don't need an appointment. 315-999-3910 is the number. It's the Good Feet store in New Hartford. And get ready, get set. Are you ready? It's the 2025 Keeler in the Morning Christmas Eve extravaganza. This program, believe it or not, has crept up on us. It's Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, from 6 a.m. until noon. That's Christmas Eve. Tons of guests and celebrities and bits and songs and music, and the list goes on. It's our official kickoff to Christmas, sponsored and catered by It's a Utica Thing Restaurant and Bar. Mm-hmm. They'll cater your party, and they'll come to you, or you can go to them. Pastas, salads, and chicken riggies, greens, tomato pie, Utica-style Italian food that is the best. Pickup or delivery, taking orders now through the holiday. Call It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar for holiday catering at 315-738-8946. Online, it'sautica.com, where you can order their sauce. This marinara, or as Charlie says, marinade, Utica way. It's the closest I've ever tasted to homemade in a jar. They go down to Morrisville, and there's the family recipe, quality control. It's just it's really, really good. When you're in a pinch and you need sauce, it's on the pantry shelf, and you pull it out, and bingo. Really something. Go to it'sautica.com. You can ship that sauce anywhere in the country, right from the comfort of your own computer. But our Keeler in the Morning Christmas Eve extravaganza is September 24th, a week from tomorrow, 6 a.m. until noon, here on WIBX.
I can't wait. It's a great show. And, we'll have a meeting, I guess, after the show today to talk about it. But I sent out about 30 messages last night.
We have a lot of people in here, and I'm pretty excited about that show. All right. Let me talk to Dr. Kent Hall on the line right now. Doc, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. I do have to ask you, have you, and maybe we can talk about this next week. I know I deal with, and even losing the weight, it doesn't get rid of it. Although I do need to lose the weight. I know I deal with sleep apnea, which they say can be damaging to your heart and all of that stuff. But I cannot handle the mask thing.
Right.
And I get caught up in it. It's around my neck. If you see the commercials where somebody's struggling with those masks, it's me. I can't do it. But they have there are two new things they're doing. Both of them are, I believe, implants, and one is brand new. That is, I was told to wait for the newest one that's coming out, and it is. There are less side effects and less possible dangers. Do you know anything about those?
It's an implant for sleep apnea?
It is. What do you know, Doc?
So I don't know a lot about them, but they are basically there are a lot of people like yourself that just don't tolerate the CPAP mask, which is pretty understandable because
it's brutal.
While I've never had one on, I have put them on patients in the hospital, and they just look very uncomfortable.
The
implants actually move the tissues around inside your neck and your throat that actually keep the airway open. I don't know a lot about them. I can certainly do some investigation.
If you could, because I was told that there's one that has been out, but there are risks. But the new one that's coming out, I was told by a physician, that's the one you want to consider because it has it's low risk and effective. But I'd love to hear what you can find out, and maybe we talk about that next week if we have you next week.
It's implanted in your body?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like that's a lot of work. Sounds like.
Apparently not, though, right, Doc? It's, I mean, when they can go in through your, I don't know, the vein in your leg and operate on your heart, and you're walking out the next day.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right.
The world is changing.
Can I follow up on one more thing you said? You talked about the weight loss. Doc, am I wrong? Doesn't weight loss not necessarily cure it, but improve symptoms and frequency of sleep apnea, or that it can?
It can, yeah. So there are, there are a lot of risk factors for sleep apnea, and excessive weight is one of them because of the when you get excessive weight, you get it over your entire body, and that includes the tissues in your throat. And as you sleep, and as you're in a reclining position, they can kind of fall against each other, which can be part of the obstruction for obstructive sleep apnea. So.
Okay. I wanted. This is being described as something that's really bad and contagious this year, and it's, believe it or not, and could be deadly for babies. And that's whooping cough. What do you know, Doc?
Yeah, so whooping cough, also called pertussis, is a disease that has been around forever, and we've had good vaccinations and immunizations against it. In fact, it's part of the initial series that kids get starting at about 6 to 8 weeks of age. It is very dangerous. It's very transmissible. Basically, if a person who is not vaccinated or otherwise immune gets around somebody who has it, there's an 80% chance that they're going to get it. So that's why. So when we talk about things like herd immunity, you need to make sure that a lot of people around you are immune to if you're not. So, babies are young babies under the age of about 6 months to a year are very prone to having a severe case for a number of reasons. Number one, their immune system is not as strong. Number two, their airways are much smaller. So this is a disease that actually impacts the airways of kids, of anybody who is infected. And because their airways are so small, it can actually cause them to not be able to get enough oxygen and to actually continue to live. It is a long-term disease in that it lasts a long time, upwards of 8 to 12 weeks, where you are having significant coughing and just not feeling well. Early symptoms are the first week or two are more like cold symptoms, except they tend to have a more runny eyes than you would from the normal cold. But then the second phase, which is about from 2 weeks to about 6 to 8 weeks, is what's called the catarrhal phase, and that's when you get the classic cough. It's a dry cough, you just can't stop. It comes in paroxysms, and with kids, this is where it gets its name, whooping cough, because these paroxysms of cough are so bad that they can't catch their breath, and so when they can finally breathe, they suck in as much air as possible, and that's where the whoop comes from. There were only about during the pandemic, when we were doing all the social distancing and masking and stuff like that, there were only about 8,000 cases in the United States. Now as of now, there have already been like 23,000, and it's going up.
They say part of the problem is you're getting a lower vaccination rate, and in states like Idaho, they're having the same problem with measles, where these measles outbreaks occur. That the number of kindergartners getting the vaccination, it's down below 80% in places like Idaho, and that is why they feel there's a resurgence.
Right.
It needs to be at 95, I think they say.
Yeah.
This is the bad consequences of the information that has been, coming out of places, unfortunately, at high levels. that are really having an impact that you don't see in the first day or two, but over the course of a year or 2 years or 3 years, you start to see all these diseases that have been under control start to get out of control. And it's, we're not heading in a good direction.
Yeah.
Is what I would say.
And then finally, any good news as we go into the cold and flu and stuffy season?
Yeah. So the good news is that compared to prior years, both COVID and RSV, their levels are much lower than they have been in previous years. So that's really good. The bad news is that the flu, we're relatively early in the flu season, but it looks like it's starting to take off pretty rapidly. So good news, COVID and RSV seem to be under control. Bad news is you still got to worry about the flu.
Okay, Doc, as always, we appreciate it. Maybe we'll talk a little sleep apnea next week.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, everybody. Have a great day. Please be safe.
You do the same, Dr. Kent Hall. And that sleep apnea thing affects a lot of people.
It does. As a matter of fact, Mary in Rome weighed in as well. She said they have some dental devices that help with sleep apnea, and she said that's what her husband used.
Does it work? Do they work?
I think it depends on what kind of device and how severe your apnea is.
There's
some that like it positions your jaw forward.
Right.
So
there is a new technique also they've been working with. It's called elbow to the face. My wife has been using it for quite some time, and she says it stops me from snoring just like that. It really, really works. Almost 100% effective.
Yeah, she said that sometimes your sleep apnea, you stop breathing and you just start breathing again real quick.
Yes, that's
kind of heavy and
one big elbow to the face. River Hills Properties continues to invest in upstate New York and wishes everybody the happiest of holidays. Bill and Robin Monjo it's all about service. It's all about helping people with services that may not normally be provided. They have the book, which is really a manual for the home. They do that with every home they sell. From the very beginning, your listing agent is there and working with you from start to finish. Your listing agent, every time the house is shown, is there to make sure the lights are on, to make sure everything is in tip-top shape, ready to be shown, which really can help speed up the process of selling your home. That's the River Hills way. And they've taken that with a whole crew of real estate agents to Florida as well, the Gulf Coast of Florida, for those people down there and for those up here looking to maybe get rid of the wintertime a little bit. These winters have been rough. It's River Hills Properties. They have offices in Little Falls, in Barneveld, in Utica, Copenhagen, Newport, coming soon to Rome, the amazing Gulf Coast of Florida. That's Sarasota, Naples, and Marco Island. Nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
Can I just say quickly, we are still, to follow up on what you were saying there, we're still, from the calendar, 5 days, or 4 days, 5 days from
the
winter.
First day of winter.
It's been a harsh fall.
It has.
Keep that in mind.
So if you're looking rough
for warmer weather for at least part of the year, to go down south, trust me, we understand.
Coming up, we'll speak with Keith Miller, Director of Brewing at the FX Matt Brewing Company. We'll do that. Hobica's free money question of the day is worth $200. And Wayne, and we'll do that in a second. Wayne is on the line right now. Wayne, good morning.
Yeah, wait till the snow starts, right?
Yeah, that's right. Wait till it's winter. Yeah.
Yeah, wait till it starts. Hey, I'm sitting here trying to tell Alexa to go off because I listen to you guys on Alexa.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a vein popping out of my forehead and my neck telling it to shut off.
Wait, what is this?
Listen right off the Alexa. Oh, now I just.
Oh, now, right, you said it. Now yours and others are paying attention throughout.
Yep.
Now people listening to this are having their Alexas go off.
You know what it tells me? I'm like Alexa goes. I'm like the friend that shows up uninvitedly.
Yeah, and says things like out of nowhere, out of the blue.
I'm telling it to go off, and it's going. My bad. I'm sorry.
So do you just say, "Hey Alexa, play WIBX"?
Yeah, and you know what? It comes up. It says YBX, not W.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I was wondering why it said that, but I have that sleep apnea, Bill.
Yes.
And I didn't know. My girl told me that I stopped. I stopped breathing when I sleep.
Yeah.
And well, I didn't know. She's telling me, yeah, okay, you snore, you all this other stuff. I said, whatever. She said, go for the study. So I went for the study, and comes back. Yeah, I stopped breathing like 170 times a night, and within hours. And so anyways, I had fatigue, I had headaches, I had migraines, I had everything under the sun, and didn't know what was going on. Once they did that and they gave me the machine and I started doing it regularly, all that stuff went away.
So I've heard people that swear by it and say it's changed their life.
Yeah.
You use the...
They wake up refreshed every day.
You use the machine.
Yes, but I wake up with the thing. I feel like I'm in my mother's womb again. I wake up with the cord wrapped around my neck.
It's awful.
Like an umbilical cord.
It's awful. It is. I just couldn't. I mean, I did it and did it and did it. I couldn't keep it going.
And I drool in the mask, and I'm waking up with it's just it's odd.
Yeah, you don't have to describe it.
Yeah,
I did.
All right, you did. Yeah, it's odd. All right, Wayne, good stuff. Thank you, man.
Later, guys.
Have a good one. And Manaski with news coming right up at WIBX.
BME Company Business Machines and Equipment has been delivering office solutions for businesses in upstate New York for over 30 years. Their success comes from finding the right document management strategies and software solutions for streamlining workflows. Simply put, BME provides fast, reliable service at the best value to keep your business running smoothly. Through BME's strategic partnership with Hummel's Office Plus, they distribute supplies for just about every machine in your office at a great price. BME welcomes the opportunity to serve your business, selling, leasing, and service in Canon and Kyocera devices, as well as FP mailing solutions. An important part of BME's culture is supporting the communities they're fortunate to work in, and BME recognizes that support is one reason for their success. The future of business in BME's area is encouraging, and the company is grateful to be a part of that growth. Call BME Company at 315-574-8200 or visit BMEcompany.com. BME Company Office Solutions. Made simple.
Are you sick of being just a number or doing a mindless job? Become a craftsman in a trade. Become an IBEW electrician. The IBEW and the Electrician Training Alliance will give you all the tools necessary at their state-of-the-art training facility. Earn as you learn. Paid training while you get your certification. What are you waiting for? Become an IBEW Local 43 electrician. Call or go online today to learn more. Find your career at IBEW and let the Electrician Training Alliance light up your future.
Fill your holiday spirit to the max as the historic Rome Capitol Theater presents It's a Wonderful Life. The perennial holiday favorite returns in all its restored 35mm film glory. Catch 3 showings, Friday, December 19th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, December 20th at 2:30 and 7 p.m. Tickets are $8 for adults, $7 for seniors, students, and veterans, $6 for Capitol Friends, and $4 for children 12 and under. For complete info, visit RomeCapitol.com.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Cloudy skies down to 12 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:39. The son of Hollywood director Rob Reiner facing charges for the deaths of his father and mother Michelle. That's according to an LAPD statement released Monday. Nick Reiner was booked for murder and is being held without bond. Meanwhile, police are intensifying the manhunt after a deadly shooting at Brown University left 2 students dead and 9 others wounded. Rhode Island leaders say multiple agencies are working together, and officials insist it is safe for students to return to campus. Tensions, though, remain high after a person of interest was briefly detained, then released. Newly released surveillance video shows a masked suspect in black walking away from the campus after that attack. Australia is moving to tighten its gun laws after a mass shooting at a Hanukkah celebration killed at least 15 people and wounded dozens more. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says proposals include limits on how many guns a person can own, regular reviews of gun licenses, and stricter eligibility requirements. Officials say the changes are aimed at preventing another such tragedy. President Trump will host a Hanukkah reception at the White House tonight, continuing a tradition that dates back to 2001. In a statement over the weekend, Trump said his administration stands firmly with the Jewish people and is committed to protecting the right to worship freely and without fear. Elon Musk is shattering another record, becoming the first person in history worth $600 billion. Forbes says his net worth surged past $670 billion by midday Monday as SpaceX moved toward a public offering next year at a reported $800 billion valuation. And Wall Street opening lower this morning after a rough start to the week for stocks. Markets wobbled in choppy trading Monday as investors waited on fresh economic data, including the delayed November jobs report, which is due out today. AI stocks dragged on the market, with Broadcom sliding more than 5%. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time 7:41. Here's a look at your Weather Center forecast.
Snow now well north. We'll get nickeled and dimed here tomorrow and Thursday with some precipitation. Looks like a milder system coming on in. Clouds go on to increase today. Upper 20s after another cold start. Tonight near 20. North Country will be a little bit colder. Now, tomorrow we might have some mixed precipitation around early, so it might get slick in spots then. Rain and snow showers in the afternoon, but little accumulation expected. And it'll be scattered around, high close to 40. Maybe a rain shower Thursday, 42. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy skies, 12 degrees at 7:42. And Bill, I also have an update here on what we just talked about.
Yep.
This is a message from a listener. My friend, who is a woman, has that neck implant, and she says the surgery was terribly painful. This is for sleep apnea. I actually plan to see her tomorrow, so I will ask how it's working. She's had it for about 6 months or so.
And I would be interested to know, is it the newest one, or is it the one they've been doing for the last 4 or 5 years?
I have never heard of this.
There's a new, less invasive implant, I'm told. So we'll, and I was told to wait, and because of that very reason, because it's very painful and difficult. Okay, I would love to hear from them what they have to say. If anybody else, 315-736-0186. Mike, did you see the Brown University press conference last night? It was awful. Really put both the governmental folks and law enforcement in a bad light. We talked about President Trump, and instead of just trying to, I think he's making it more difficult for Republicans in the midterms. Instead of unifying, we continue, but it almost seems like it's gotten worse. Just seems that way. The stuff about Rob Reiner not liking Trump and dying because he had Trump derangement syndrome, I think is certainly inappropriate. But then again, as long as we can do tit for tat, did you see Schumer? Senator Schumer in his press conference with over the Australian massacre, the mass shooting that happened there. Schumer started out the press conference to talk about this horrible shooting that occurred against Jews in Australia by saying, before we get into the press conference, I just want to say, go Bills.
Yeah.
Hasn't
Senator Schumer.
Hasn't he been in politics long enough to know maybe that isn't the way to start off that press conference or end it based on the topic at hand? Let's do Hobica's free money question of the day, Davey. This morning, it's worth $200. And what are you thinking? What do you think, Davey?
Caller 5.
Fifth caller right now at 315-736-0186. Caller 5 next. Your chance to win from WIBX and Hobica.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA. Plus, get an upgrade to triple pane windows for free. Minimum 3-window purchase. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 and get the triple pane upgrade free. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
At Wheelock Disposal Service, we're not just in the garbage business, we're in the people business.
Hi, I've been a Wheelock Disposal customer for over 10 years, and that says a lot. I wouldn't trust anyone else. They're always on time and polite when picking up my weekly trash and recycling. And whenever I need a dumpster or a special pickup, the office staff makes it quick and easy. I couldn't be happier with Wheelock Disposal.
As a family-owned company serving Herkimer and Oneida counties, we take pride in keeping our neighborhoods clean, safe, and welcoming. Whether you're cleaning out the garage, renovating your home, or tackling a big project, our team is ready with the right dumpster, a helping hand, and a smile. We even pick up the stray trash others leave behind. We wave to your kids. We honk the horn. Why? Because we're your neighbors. Call 315-822-3427 or visit wheelockdisposal.com to join the Wheelock family today. Wheelock Disposal Service. We love garbage, and we love our community even more.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
Take the stress out of the holidays and let It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar cater your party or dinner this holiday. Authentic Italian Utica classics, perfect for any gathering. Pastas, salads, greens, chicken, pizza, tomato pie, and more. Purchase It's a Utica Thing Riggy and marinara sauce or ship it anywhere in the country at itsautica.thing.com. Now accepting catering orders through Christmas Eve. Call 315-738-8946 to place your order. It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar, Leland Ave, North Utica. Buy $25 gift cards, get $5 free.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, each morning we give somebody a chance to win dough, cash, moolah. And Davey this morning, he came up with $200 from the Hobica Law Firm. Joseph and Andrew Hobica, for all of your legal needs, call 315-724-1600 for the Hobica Law Firm. I know Tom Yurchek was on the line. There's something to remind me. I want to mention to you, Davey. So each day we give somebody a chance at money, and we've had a pretty decent streak here in December. Although the last few we have not had a winner, which brings us to Ron in Marcy. Hello, Ron. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm okay. The question is, how are you?
Fantastic.
All right, good. All right, well, let's keep that streak going. You know how this works. You'll have exactly 7 seconds to answer the question. Get your answer in. Even if you have to guess, get it in. And here we go. Here is your question. What animal, okay, so we're talking about animals now. All right, from the animal category. What animal helps Santa bring presents to little kids? Because the reindeer can't climb the mountainous terrain in Italy. Ready, go.
Dominic the Donkey.
You're going to go with, really? Dominic the Donkey? What the hell is that?
Hey, jingity jing, it's Dominic the Donkey. Jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey.
All right, there you go.
Is that the correct answer?
That's the answer.
It is, yeah.
Which means,
good job.
Congratulations. You have walked away a winner of the Hobica Free Money question of the day. I don't want to do that. I'm playing other things.
Hitting the wrong buttons.
Listen, congratulations. That's $200 for you as you keep our weekly streak going of winners here. Nice job, Matt. Stand by, or Ron, I should say, stand by. Davey's going to hook you up. I'm all
right. Thank you so much.
Discombobulated here. All right.
I have some Italian friends who have told me, named Dominic, who have told me that growing up with that Dominic the Donkey song was very cool until they came of a certain age.
That's
then
right.
It became a punchline, especially among their friends.
Yes. That was really good. You could have worked the gig. On the line right now is Keith Miller with the FX Matt Brewing Company, and Keith recently was recognized with an award, the Best in Brew honors, and he's on the line right now. Keith, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you today?
Good. Congratulations. Did you know the answer to that question?
I did not. I did not.
But if you're Italian or you grew up in Utica or in Manaski's case, New York Mills.
I grew up in Utica.
Oh, you did? Then you would know the answer to Dominic the Donkey. Okay. Beer Institute recognizes 17 beer industry professionals for 2025, the Best in Brew honors, and you, Keith, are one of those. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me on the show today. The award was, a surprise. The Beer Institute is, a lot of the bigger players like Anheuser-Busch, Miller Coors, a lot of the bigger breweries that are out there. So it was really nice to get nominated and win the award.
So I know there's a lot going on with the FX Matt Brewery, with not just Saranac and Matt's and Utica Club, but beyond that, there are so many other things, including beers that are produced for other companies around the country. Do you play a role in all of that, or are you specifically with Saranac? So tell us about your job.
So yes, we do a lot of contracts. Some of the bigger ones are Brooklyn. We've done Brooklyn since the early '90s. They're still going strong. Shipyard. We do a lot of their products now. We recently bought Flying Dog. So a lot of their craft brews, or all of our craft brews, are done here now. So, as the director of brewing, I do everything from raw material right up until the packaging tank. So no matter whose beer, or, we're into the flavored products now, the seltzers, Nutri-Grain spirits that we dilute and add flavors to. All of those are under my realm. So it's pretty busy, and no day is the same here, for sure.
Does it? And by the way, am I correct in saying you started working at the brewery when you were just 18 years old?
I did. I do have a little story about that.
Yeah.
I always say 18, but my father worked here, and my mother used to drop me off when I was 5 or 6 years old, and we'd take a round through the plant because he was one of the boiler room operators.
Okay. Wow.
So it was, put in my blood, back when I was very young.
Yeah.
And, right when I went to Whitesboro High School and then did some college at MV, and said, this is one of the better jobs out there right now. And worked in the packaging department for a couple of years, then worked my way through brewing, and then brewing supervisor, and now director of brewing operations.
You ever go out of town to a wedding or an event, and the people don't know who you are, and you're sitting down and they're drinking some beer, and they're like, "Wow, this beer is
trying
really,
to tell him
really good," and you're like, "Oh my God, these people don't know what they're talking about."
Yeah, I mean that happens a lot, but I tend, people, people have their own tastes, so who am I one to say that somebody doesn't like Bud Light or Coors Light? It's just a lighter flavored American lager.
Right.
I'd rather have them drink Utica Club or, our Saranac lines that we make, a ton of different flavors throughout the year. But, it is what it is. At least they're drinking beer.
I got to tell you, it's very interesting to hear when people come from out of town and they try, the Saranac is is what it is, and
it's been branded as that
award-winning and all of
Camp Beach, you know,
and more of a heartier probably beer. I guess I don't know, but when they drink something like Matt's or Utica Club or something, it's interesting to hear them say, and you feel some pride in it when they're like, this beer is a really good beer. Talk about your thoughts on Utica Club, for instance.
So when I first started in the filtration department back in the early 90s, that's all we made was Utica Club and Matt's. We used to make some Utica Cream Ale at the end of the year, but all of our tanks were filled with Utica Club or Matt's. And then the early 90s hit when the craft beer took off. Nick Matt brought that with him here, and, we started growing the Saranac line as craft. And, of course, the lighter beers, Utica Club and Matt's, the sales dropped off.
Yeah.
I will say now that craft beer, although still growing a little bit, is kind of peaked, and our lighter beers are taking off. Our Utica Club is we're doing quite a few brews a month, just of that. We reintroduced Utica Club Light, and that's going amazing right now.
Yeah.
So I think people's tastes change, of course, over the years, and I love a nice crisp lager like Utica Club, and it's one of the hardest beers to make because you can't hide any defects in a lighter beer, like a light lager beer. The craft beer line, everything's covered up with hops and malt, and although they're just as hard to make, the lighter beers like Utica Club and Matt's and UC Light, if there's any defects in the brew, the consumer's going to be able to tell.
It is very interesting. Like my son is out in Colorado and always loves it when the beer festival comes out there, and always walks up to Fred Matt at the table in Denver when it comes out there. But he's a big beer aficionado and or self-proclaimed, I guess, and they love Utica Club. Love, and he likes all types of beers, but feels like Utica Club is one of the best beers that you can get, and loves to come home and actually can get it out there as well. So,
that's good. Yeah, the Great American Beer Festival is nice, and I'll tell you, Fred loves when people come up and either that we're local that are out in Colorado now, or just know of our beers. The Utica Club, and basically it's the same recipe from many, many years ago.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add here? Obviously, the 12 Beers of Christmas is out, and it's really good this year.
Yeah, 12 Beers of Christmas, and we're working on some spring beers. We may bring back the pomegranate wheat. I know that was a big favorite for
I remember that,
a lot of people. Blueberry will be back, of course. It's one of our strong seasonals for the summer. If you haven't tried blueberry, it's a nice lighter lager beer with just a hint of blueberry. But yeah, working here it's basically a team sport.
Yeah.
And it's not just me doing it. I kind of lead the charge, but we have a great team here, from the operators, the brewers that actually brew, all the way up to the maintenance department. It's a very nice place to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thank you guys for having me on, and have a nice holiday season.
Yeah, you do the same.
You too.
And we're all very proud.
Just quickly, how many beers do you oversee? Recipes, beers that you guys brew there?
Well, we do between 75 and 100 different brew recipes a year.
Wow.
And then we, in our filtration department, we do, so many contracts down there with our...
Yeah, the contracting thing, and I hate to cut you off, but I'm coming up against a hard break. The contracting is incredible, what it's done for FX Matt. We appreciate it, Keith. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
Did he murder his famous father? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Today, Nick Reiner is due in court for his first hearing.
That's in about 3 hours, facing murder charges in the stabbing deaths of his father, actor and movie director Rob Reiner, and his mother Michelle at their home Sunday. Fox's Jonathan Hunt also reports from L.A.
He was taken down at a metro station about 15 miles away from the Reiner's home in Brentwood, in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. He was taken down some 6 hours or so after the bodies were discovered. He has gone through, by his own admission over the years, many difficulties with drug addiction, homelessness, and mental health issues. He, in fact, made a movie about those kind of struggles with his father.
The FBI, that's Fox's Jonathan Hunt, again outside the home in Brentwood. The FBI has a $50,000 reward up in the search for the Brown University gunman who murdered 2 students and wounded 9 more in Providence.
On Monday, officers went door to door asking homeowners to check their surveillance cameras. FBI agents also looked through snow and bushes, trying to find and collect anything that might share more clues on the shooter.
24 people remain hospitalized in Australia after the even bigger mass shooting Sunday that left 15 people dead. An ISIS-inspired terror attack targeting Jews on Hanukkah carried out by a father and son. 3 more suspected drug smuggling boats blown up off the coast of Venezuela. 8 more narco-terrorists killed. Fox's Jonathan Savage adds.
According to the military statement, the strikes targeted designated terrorist organizations. More than 20 boats have been hit in recent months in the Pacific and the Caribbean Sea, killing at least 95 alleged traffickers. Some in Congress are concerned the strikes could be illegal. The Trump administration insists it's operating within the laws of armed conflict.
In 2 hours, senators will get a classified briefing on that. America's listening to Fox News.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah. Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Well, the same day the U.S. blew up 3 more alleged drug smuggling boats off the Venezuela coast, President Trump classified fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Illicit fentanyl is closer to a chemical weapon than a narcotic, President Trump says, signing an executive order that designates the drug and its precursor chemicals as weapons of mass destruction.
There's no doubt that America's adversaries are trafficking fentanyl into the United States in part because they want to kill Americans.
The order directs the Attorney General to pursue investigations and prosecutions in the fentanyl trafficking with enhanced charges and sentences. It also directs the Pentagon to update directives regarding a military response to chemical incidents in the homeland, including the threat of fentanyl. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Later this hour, we'll get updates to the economy delayed by the government shutdown, retail sales for October, and last month's job report that will include also October hiring.
So here's the estimates. 50,000 jobs added in November. The unemployment rate estimated to hold at 4.4%. But this is going to be a very sticky, very messy report. So how do you message this if you were the White House and you were Vice President Vance going out on the road to talk about the economy? According to Axios, President Trump and his advisors have an almost messianic belief the economy is going to take off in the first quarter of next year.
That's Fox Business Network's Cheryl Casoni. Vance will speak later today in Allentown, Pennsylvania. On Wall Street, before the reports, stock futures are down, but not by much. On Monday Night Football, Miami got left out in the cold in Pittsburgh. The Steelers knocked the Dolphins out of playoff contention and stayed in first place in the AFC North Division.
Hopefully the belief is starting to pick up because it's tough to play in the cold weather. And if we can take care of business, then we're going to be hosting the game right here.
Quarterback Aaron Rodgers on ESPN after throwing 2 touchdown passes, leading Pittsburgh past Miami 28-15. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Mostly cloudy skies, 12 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 8:05. This news update is brought to you by the new destination Kia on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. A CNY legend being remembered, Anthony Tony Graziano passed away Sunday, just a few weeks shy of his 104th birthday. He was a World War II veteran who fought in the Battle of the Bulge, helping liberate Jews imprisoned in concentration camps. After his military service, he would spend more than 6 decades as a promoter, manager, and trainer for young boxers, including Canastota's Billy Backus, whom he helped lead to the world welterweight title in 1970. Graziano also instrumental in the founding and building of the International Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota. And, of course, many also know him as the man behind Graziano's Casamia restaurant, which served Italian cuisine for more than a half-century, located just across from the International Boxing Hall of Fame and the Canastota Thruway Interchange. The city of Utica offering season passes for those who'd like to hit the ice skating rink on the city's new outdoor rink. Each pass with skate rental is $150. A pass without skate rental included is $100. The rink will be open Wednesday through Friday from 4 to 9, Saturday from noon to 4 and 6 to 9, and Sunday from noon until 4 p.m. There's also going to be a special Skate with Santa event happening 1 week from today. A bill allowing family and friends of accident victims to set up memorials where they lost their loved ones is now law in New York. The Alexander John Smullen Traffic Safety Memorial Act was introduced by State Assemblyman Robert Smullen. His 14-year-old son, AJ, passed away last year after being struck by a vehicle on Route 7 in Niskayuna. Smullen says the measure will honor the legacy of his son and bring peace to families of those who lose their lives in automobile collisions. And the Syracuse mayor, Ben Walsh, has already lined up a new job once his current term comes to an end. Walsh has been picked to be the new director of the New York State Canal Corporation beginning in February. Walsh will be responsible for overseeing economic development, tourism, and recreation. Governor Kathy Hochul says Walsh has achieved significant progress as mayor and developed important projects like the Interstate 81 project. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is coming up on 8:08. Your Weather Center forecast is brought to you by the Stanley Center for the Arts.
Snow now well north. We'll get nickeled and dimed here tomorrow and Thursday with some precipitation. Looks like a milder system coming on in. Clouds go on to increase today. Upper 20s after another cold start. Tonight near 20. North Country will be a little bit colder. Now, tomorrow we might have some mixed precipitation around early, so it might get slick in spots then. Rain and snow showers in the afternoon, but little accumulation expected. And it'll be scattered around, high close to 40. Maybe a rain shower Thursday, 42. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy skies, 15 degrees at 8:08. All right, in sports, Monday Night Football wrapping up Week 15 last night. The Steelers got a win at home on Monday Night Football. They have not lost a Monday Night Football home game since the early 1990s. Anyway, they beat the Dolphins 28-15, who I think the stat is they've lost 40. It's some insane number. It's not. It's if the game time temp is below 40 degrees, the Dolphins will lose. It's some crazy streak.
These odd statistics. You can't. It's hard to beat them because they live on, right? Time after time after time. But is it really they don't like playing in the cold? I guess.
Telling you, Andrew Dominio, those Packers are undefeated if he's in his recliner. Watching in his living room.
Yeah, they know it. Where's Andrew? Where's Andrew?
Good morning, Andrew. Giants interim coach Mike Kafka keeping his focus on the team when asked about the possibility of losing job opportunities due to his lack of success at the helm. Kafka said he's not concerned about that. His focus is on getting the guys, quote, ready to roll. The Giants are 2-12, and this Giants fan thinks more losses are better. The Giants right now are projected to have the top draft pick in 2026. The Jets firing the defensive coordinator Steve Wilks is out after just 14 games. Head coach Aaron Glenn saying defensive backs coach and passing game coordinator Chris Harris has been named the interim coordinator. An update on a couple of big injuries in the league. Patrick Mahomes did not suffer any major damage to other ligaments after he tore his ACL against the Chargers on Sunday. He's heading to Dallas, though, to get a second opinion, but is expected to have surgery later this week. Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons will reportedly miss the rest of the season. An MRI confirms he also tore an ACL on Sunday. He just signed at the beginning of the season a 4-year, $188 million contract extension. Obviously, he is done for the year. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels being shut down for the rest of the season after re-aggravating that dislocated left elbow. The Colts sticking with my man, 44-year-old grandpa Phillip Rivers. Shane Stitchen confirming Monday that Rivers will start against the 49ers in Week 16. On Monday Night Football, Rivers managed to keep the Colts close in their loss to the Seahawks.
He does look like he spent a little time at Shake Shack.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was my running joke on Travis Kelce last season when he went from jacked to he was dating Taylor Swift, and he had a beer belly or a dad bod, whatever you want to say.
She apparently convinced him all of a sudden she'd be with him forever. It doesn't matter anymore.
My suspicion was that he was, well, I don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were looking to start a family, so he was not in the gym as hard or on the supplements, if you will.
All right.
Supplements.
Anything further?
No, I think that's it.
Syracuse plays tomorrow, right, Davey? They play
Mercyhurst, which is a private school
Mercer's
in Erie,
wine-infused
Pennsylvania.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Then they play Stonehill on Monday.
I have some comments this morning that I'll throw at you. These come from YouTube. Search Keeler live stream if you want to watch on YouTube. It's quite a sight. John, QAnon John, President knows something you still can't comprehend. If you only knew.
Is that what he said?
This is the QAnon thing I hear often from people who are conspiracy QAnoners. QAnoners. They often say, first of all, they laugh at you like, okay, Jeff. The only thing I can tell you is, if you only knew.
Mm-hmm.
That is the response to everything. John, we would love it if one day you came up and said, all right, I'm here today. I'm going to tell you what you don't know.
Fill me in.
Isn't it time? Tell us. Tell us what we don't know. Ann in Rome. Davey is walking around. He's a book of knowledge. I wish I had Davey's memory.
Smitty does have a great
Apparently
memory.
not too good hearing, though, because he can't hear us.
I think he's annoyed with us.
Davey!
There we go.
I didn't hear you what you said. I'm sorry.
Ann said you have you're a walking book of knowledge. She wished she had your memory.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. Not your hearing. Steve, Bill, I have sleep apnea. Before the mask, I would have over 50 episodes an hour. Yeah. With the mask, I have 3 episodes an hour. Wow. I don't use a full mask. I just use the nostril insert, more comfortable. I tried that, too, and I struggled with it. Such a baby.
Yeah, I can't
That's probably
do
the problem.
Nostril insert thing. I can't do it.
The sleep apnea implant is Aspire. With the type of sleep apnea I have, I cannot use it. There is a new kind, and I'm wondering if this is it. It's just what my doctor told me. This is back to QAnon. John, they are putting the BS right in front of your face. Oh, he's responding. Just tell us what's going on, John. Tell us what we don't know. They're putting the BS right in front of your face.
Yeah, the it's hiding in plain sight argument to me doesn't hold a ton of water until you point it out. Like, point it out.
Yeah, show me. Show me the way. It's a taxpayer ice rink. Why should the kids have to pay to skate?
We'll ask the mayor next time we talk to him.
What happens?
I mean, look, when they had Val Bialis, you still had to pay for the passes and the lift and the lift.
What happens to a big family who can't afford $150 a kid? I guess they just don't skate.
Well, I think that's a season pass. You don't have to buy a season pass. You can do a day pass, for instance. I don't have the price on that right in front of me.
I see Angelo is in the studio.
One more. Matt and Clinton says
this was a
I'm
comment
sorry.
too.
I'm
but
sorry.
No, let Matt's comment go first. You let it go first.
I use the mask as well. It's been 20 years, and I swear by it. This is interesting. This is kind of sells me on how much it works for him. But of course, I took the mask pretty easy. I took to the mask pretty easy, which some people have a problem with. It's part of going to bed, and I look forward to it every night, as
That's
crazy as
wild.
that sounds. I use a full mask, covers both nose and mouth, because my mouth will open when I only use the nose mask.
That's interesting. I know somebody else who feels the same way. She loves it.
Wayne told me years ago when I did the study, he's like, it changed my life. And I know he called in earlier, but he's like, I wake up every day refreshed.
I see Angelo's in. I'm assuming to push his new antique store. I have some old broken IKEA furniture. Do you think he'd be interested in purchasing it? What do you think?
We're actually just selling used CPAP machines right now.
Okay.
That's kind of what we're focusing on.
Good. I was waiting for that. We're going to talk about your new antique store coming up here, if you're all right with that.
I love it.
And it's opening in New Hartford, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you right next to the Lego store?
Yeah, there's a Lego store on the strip.
Is there?
Yeah.
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 All Legos all the time.
Oh, boy. I'll be in there with my son for sure.
Yeah.
Frank Policelli has an enormous Lego collection. He's on the line right now. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. Frank is, of course, local attorney and was an attorney for Jim Brown in the Brown-Lanigan case. And what do you want to add anything to that? Is there anything you want to say? I've really been thinking about it. I've seen the videos. I've heard the comments. It's very interesting, Frank, that I'm hearing. I hear comments on both sides. I find that very interesting. If you're in the Lanigan court, you feel he did nothing at all. If you're not, then you think it was terrible. It is quite interesting. It's really kind of what you have to deal with when it comes to dealing with a jury, right? When that juror kind of picks sides, you got to get past that. It's probably not
That's
easy.
why you have voir dire in the jury, so you kick off the people that can't be fair.
Okay. You're looking for the most fair people. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to say? Anything you want to add to the Lanigan
Let me
thing?
say this, okay?
Yeah.
For the past 6 months, I worked with attorneys Julian and Carpenter on this case, and you couldn't ask for two better attorneys. They were very professional and very competent, okay, so that we could work this thing out, okay? It wasn't a good look for either Mr. Brown or Mr. Lanigan, and we needed to settle that case, and we did. We came up with a good compromise settlement. Lanigan was able to accept responsibility for what he did. What he did was wrong. He acknowledged that. My client was upset because he thought that he was disparaged and his reputation was ruined by comments that Mr. Lanigan had made. So that was taken care of. That's why he filed the civil lawsuit, because Lanigan made his comments as the mayor of the city of Rome. So, you got the city of Rome involved. So it was a mess. It was terrible. And it shouldn't, it should have never even gotten to that point. And because we had some good lawyers working on the case, we reached an amicable settlement where everybody was pleased with the settlement.
All right. It is interesting you say that it wasn't a good look for either one. I kind of feel that way. When you're hearing from both sides and you hear everybody and everybody's got a comment and an opinion, it just wasn't. We got to move on from it. We're better than this, and we got to move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Frank, a quick follow-up. We spoke yesterday, and you mentioned you had heard, I was actually asking, how did that arm injury to former Mayor Brown occur? And
if you look at the video a dozen times like I did, you'll see that after, Lanigan comes up to him, turns him around, pins him up against the car in the back of the car, then he walks him to the car and he pushes him into the seat. His left arm hits the top of the car when he's getting into the car. But why did we even want to go there? Because when we talked to Jeff Carpenter, the DA, you want to claim. See, he did not intend to commit that injury. That's why we didn't. That's why he wasn't charged with any assault. My God, if you really want to trump this thing up all the way, you would say, well, he assaulted a senior citizen, he caused physical injury, that's a felony. No, we don't need that. if you really care about the people of the city of Rome and the community from being embarrassed, just charge them with the violation, okay?
Yeah.
Don't charge them with any further crimes, okay? I'm pretty sure that Mr. Lanigan is truly remorseful for his conduct and will certainly take a better path on the way forward. And Mr. Brown is pleased that he's got his reputation back. So let's move on. And I mean, you're talking about a violation. You're not talking, even though it was a penal law violation, it wasn't a crime. You know, and we don't have to go on for another year or two with a civil lawsuit. So we put that to rest. So you know, if the city of Rome wasn't involved and you just had two guys playing golf together that get into a confrontation, nobody cares.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
I just have to say, and I truly, this is my opinion. I think having the chairman of the Republican Party instigating and keeping things going because he wants to dismantle the current Republican Party led to a lot of this, and that is just a damn shame. That's my opinion.
I have nothing to do. I didn't even know James Brown was the mayor of the city of Rome. Okay, when I got the case, I don't get involved in any politics. I don't know any of these people. I just take cases. You know, and like I was telling Jeff when we got there Friday morning, and I saw this mass of media people walking in, and I says, "What is going on here?"
I saw your face on TV. It's like, what is? This is what I think is going through your head, and I kind of know a little bit because I talked to Jeff. But in my mind, at that moment, I'm thinking you're like, I try some of the biggest cases in the country, and this little violation thing, all of these people are here. What does this say about our media?
Well, I told Jeff, I says, last week you and I were in Rochester in the appellate division arguing a murder case. Nobody cared about that.
Yeah.
I says, 2 days ago I was in county court on a murder case and an A1 felony drug case. Nobody cared about that. Here I am Friday in Rome City Court on a violation, and I got all the media in the county there.
Yeah, and again, that's a recognition, not a recognition, but an indication of who was involved in this particular.
Oh, sure, I understand that, but you know, like I said, it just gets to me sometimes to see where the priorities are.
Well, I do have to say, I could see the look on your face. You were so bothered by that. Which showed up on really did show up on TV. So,
but I got to give, like I said, I give Bob Julian all the credit in the world. I give Jeff Carpenter all the credit in the world. They really worked on it and came to the resolution that we came to.
The only thing I would disagree with you is it's Jim Brown, Frank.
What did I call him?
You called him James Brown. You can't.
That's machine.
You can't do that. You can't. You can't. It's Jim Brown.
Okay.
Frank, while we have you on the line here, you mentioned a couple of the other cases, and there's one, obviously one of them I believe is a homicide investigation. There's another one that caught many people's attention when the news of it broke, the drug case, and it's because of the amount of cash that was seized. I know these are allegations, but you're representing John Miller of New York Mills, who, again, this was a notable news story because it was reported that he had over $850,000 in cash in his home, allegedly almost a large quantity of cocaine, a pound of methamphetamine. That's what was reported by police. You were in court for that case this past week.
Yes.
Can you give us an update on that?
I think it would be inappropriate for me to talk about the facts of that case. We had hearings on Wednesday. I've been making motions on that case. There's a lot of novel legal issues involved there. We had a hearing, and if the media covered it, they'd be able to report on it, but I don't think it would be appropriate for me to do it at this time. If you want to know what happened, go get the transcripts and read what happened. Right. I thought it was a very interesting case.
Okay. Touche. But let me ask you this. When it is alleged that someone has that quantity of money in their possession, allegedly from an illegal activity, it's got to be proven by police that that's how that income was.
It's never been alleged that money was connected to any illegal activity. It was never in the indictment.
Well, then how can they seize it then?
Because if you're driving down the road, I'm going to tell you, Frank, let me take this.
Did you hear what he said, though? That's his point. He goes, that's my point.
That is the point. If you're driving down the road and you have, I don't care what your deal is. You have $100,000 in your car, you get pulled over. They can seize that in your car and assume it's drug money. But what do you need $100,000 for? Well, who are you to ask me why I have $100,000 in my
You're
car?
absolutely right. That's the point. And they can't prove that money is drug-related.
By the way, I dream every day that I'm driving down the road and I have $100,000 in my car.
That's a good problem to
Careful
have.
what you wish for.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Any other questions? Anything
He's not
else?
going to answer them.
Anything else we, the media,
kidding,
are not
Frank.
covering, Frank, that we should cover?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I just thought that was peculiar at that particular occasion, and I just to talk to Jeff about that. But we stay busy here. We've got a lot of cases going on.
Let me ask you this:
the appellate division again.
Let me ask you this. This is a good one. What in the hell has happened to our grand juries? I mean, what in New York, the grand juries are a mockery of what they were meant to be. For God's sakes, 3 times we can't indict Letitia James? What is going
because
on?
They don't have competent prosecutors.
Okay, all right. I thought that was a little easy pitch for you to hit.
Yeah, that was those are the federal prosecutors. But other than that, the problems that I see is that we don't have enough staff in the district attorney's offices. We don't have enough police officers on the streets. I go back. I was talking to the lawyer some lawyer I'm dealing with from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Albany, who's from this area, and he remembered me from the 90s. He said, and I says, well, back in the 80s and the 90s, I says we were busy, but then again, you had twice the staff that you had back then in the DA's office, and you had more state police officers, local police officers conducting investigations. They're just understaffed, and I think that there should be more money, believe it or not, given to the district attorney's offices and the local police officers, local police departments, so they could have better investigations to ferret out more crime. That's to me the deal. I mean, I could compare the goings on in Brooklyn, where my son works in the DA's office, and up here, and the differences are amazing because they've got the money to work with down there, but we don't, and they're taking it away down there too with Mondami. But that's what I see.
I find that as a defense attorney, as you are, I find it so odd that you're actually rooting for the prosecution here to get more money and more resources.
Well, then it gives me more money, too, because I get more work.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. Okay, Frank. Thank you. Anything? Any other further questions?
No, thank you, Frank.
All right. Frank Policelli, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day. I swear to you, when I saw his face when they were doing that presser, as Jim Brown was walking out of the courtroom and he had all these media people there, I look at Policelli's face from the background. Go back and watch the clip. And you're thinking, he is totally baffled by what in the hell are all these people doing out here. And I didn't even know he was I did know early on he was going to be on Jim Brown's case here. I think the minute it came out where he was disparaged, and it was on city letterhead, I think Policelli became very interested in the case.
Probably rightfully so.
In studio right now is Angelo. Angelo was is an intern around here, roamer extraordinaire, which means we start him here in the studio, and then we spend the rest of the day trying to figure out what part of the building he's in.
I was off to bigger and better things.
Apparently, yeah. That's what you're doing. You have now opened up would you call it an antique store?
Well, I think... Well, you can't just sell antiques anymore, so it's an antique and vintage store.
Okay.
But it's
what is the difference?
All old stuff. Well, I mean, a secondhand shop or a thrift shop, you could get stuff that was in TJ Maxx last summer, but this is not a secondhand shop or a thrift shop.
But an antique would be also vintage.
Yeah.
Well, vintage. Something could be last week vintage, but no, vintage.
Okay.
Vintage to me is like 30 years or older, which is now like the 80s.
Yeah,
is really
think about it.
Is vintage.
What do you have in your store?
Everything from furniture, lighting, barware, vinyl records, some costume jewelry. I'm sure we'll have some gold and silver here and there playing around too, and anything old. I mean, I'm selling old hardware. If I buy a collection of old doorknobs, they'll be there. Anything that I like, that I think the people will like,
it's for
it's
sale.
there. As long as it's old.
Do you negotiate prices, or are you set on your prices?
Well, if I'll negotiate the price if they're willing to make a donation to my rent.
Okay, all right. Okay. Any questions you have?
I was expecting a jab in there when he said he'd sell anything old. I'm surprised he didn't mention that I might be in the storefront there.
Well, you're getting up there, Jeff.
Thanks, I appreciate that. So tell everybody where it's located for those who don't remember, and you have to see the store. What was it previously?
It used to be a mortgage company.
Okay, so the carpets were torn out. You've done a lot of work.
Let's not just stop there. When I walked in, you asked me to come in and look at your store to try to figure out how to get the carpet off the floor. These are
the glue.
These were old. Well, yes, these were old hardwood floors. And I don't know what they were thinking. I guess they do it in a lot of commercial settings where they took the carpet and instead of nailing it down or stapling it in or doing what you normally do with carpet, they glued it.
Yeah.
And it was glue throughout. And he said, I want to go back to the original hardwoods. And and you had this little hoe that you were using, about 6 inches with a blade of about 6 inches wide. And he's putting down a chemical. How many square feet?
Just about 1,000.
1,000 square feet. And he's putting and like it would be like taking a toothbrush into a gymnasium to clean the floor. I said this is going to take you forever to do it.
And I said, Bill, with all your free time, you can come and help.
Yeah. You did say you were going to get Jeff to do it, but you finally found someone.
Yep.
And it took them almost 2 weeks to clean the floors, but now they're pristine and beautiful.
They look fantastic.
How long? Almost a month, actually.
Just about. He got in there the beginning of November.
That was tedious,
right
hard
after Thanksgiving.
work. And he went through. A lot of people didn't want you to use one of their floor sanders because they said the glue would end up ruining the sander.
Right.
Yeah. I borrowed a sander once. Swear to God, I borrowed it from a friend, and 20 seconds into the job, the belt breaks on the sander, and I had to. And it took like 3 days to get the belt in, and it was, it happened when I was using it. So.
It was definitely worth doing it, though. I mean, they're 100-year-old floors.
Beautiful now.
And they're great.
And because you own the building, it's a great investment.
Right. Well,
you don't own the building. No. Oh. Well, the landlord's going to love you for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope.
You are right next door to Giorgio's?
I'm right next to, so it's 66 Genesee Street in the Village of New Hartford. It's right next door to Giorgio's. If you're looking at Giorgio's, we're right to the left, and then...
You're right to the left. Right to the left.
If you're looking at Giorgio's, you're
right to the left.
I'm
immediately
right
left.
next door. I'm to the left.
We'll play on words there. Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Semantics over here.
And what kind of vinyl? Anything worth anything, or is it all junk?
No, because I think so. Everyone that I work with, and I've got a bunch of friends and stuff. Everyone
do people bring in? Do people other people put their names on the tags or their initials on?
No, this is all my stuff.
Right.
And because I'm such a nut when it comes to my records, everything there, it's stuff that if I wouldn't play it or want to own it.
All right.
That being said, if I've got a record that's worth $75 and it's got a couple marks on it, I might put it in the shop so you can get it for $10 because there's a record that you can't find.
Okay. That was going to be my next question. Are we paying top dollar for everything that you have?
I think everything is priced reasonably.
Yeah.
But at that point, you're also paying for the fact that this is stuff that has been cleaned and curated and picked out.
Do you have stuff that's from out of the area? One of the things I find is when you go to an antique store in Utica, New York, you see a lot of the same types of things. Then you go off to Denver, Colorado, you see things you've never seen before because different regions of the country have different things.
So because I've spent time living in Boston and Chicago, and I go to antique shops wherever I am.
You've collected.
I try to have a broad variety. But one of my friends who stopped in, who's a dealer, said that this looks like I picked up a little vintage boutique in Brooklyn or in Manhattan, and I plopped it in New Hartford.
Manhattan is a great example because down there you see things that you would never, you just would never see here in a.
But it's not a big
shop.
co-op. It's not a vendor mall, and it's not a junk shop. You're not going to go in there finding stuff covered in dust in a pile of things and be like, oh, that might be good.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
and that being said, if you have stuff that you think you want to sell, as long as it's old, I'd be more than willing to go look at it, or you're more than welcome to bring it down to the shop.
You buy as well.
I buy as well, yeah.
All right.
Yep. Should I say when I'm opening?
Please. This is a soft opening this week.
Soft open. Well, I'll be open on Thursday, and then we'll be open through the holidays, and then January 14th, the Chamber's coming down. We're doing a grand opening, and then we'll be up and running. But if you have anything, my number is 315-749-5145. That's my personal number. That's you're really getting in. You can call me, and I'd be more than willing to go look at your stuff. But we buy everything. I mean, I've got old bottles. I've got vinyl records, like we said, jewelry, silver plate, sterling, all of it.
I have some people with questions for you.
Sure.
Lucia, you're on with Angelo. Any questions for Angelo this morning?
Angelo, you have everything you said. I would like to come and see what you have.
Do you have any items that are Italian? Any old Italian items that Lucia might be interested in?
We do have some Venetian glass in right now. So, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That's phenomenal. That's really great. Yeah. Wow.
Would you give her a deal if she came in and mentioned the show?
No.
Okay. All right. No deals for you, Lucia.
Don't worry. I was not looking for a deal.
Yeah.
But I also have beautiful stuff that I could sell and give it to you.
Oh, okay.
We'll make a deal that way. You see what I mean?
She has things that come from the old country.
Yeah. We could definitely make that deal.
Gorgeous.
Lucy has
wonderful
taste. So
I love it.
I love it. Yeah. So I don't need the deal, but I think you anyway. And it's great what you're doing and what you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Bill, how are you doing?
Doing well. I'm doing well. We're getting close to the holidays. Our Christmas Eve show is a week from tomorrow.
Christmas Eve? You have one? I didn't even know.
Yeah, 6 till noon. Here.
Where do you do that?
Where? It's actually catered by. It's a Utica thing,
but it'll be here,
and it'll all be here at the studio. Yeah, there'll be about 300 people that come through here on Wednesday of next week.
Oh my God!
Pretty wild.
Yeah. Wow, that's phenomenal, Bill. You always do phenomenal things. Always.
Thank you.
Always and forever.
All right.
We used to do stuff for the boss. You know.
We've never done Stuff the Bus, but I do believe they stole the whole concept from us and renamed it Stuff the Bus.
They did, because you're always the initiator of everything. Remember the donut? It's a million things you have done, and then they copy you.
I was watching the world's largest donut that we created back in 1992, talked about on TV the other day, and they never mentioned us. They mentioned Donato's and Hemstrath's, which helped us make it.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a brilliant time. Okay,
You're
Lucy.
amazing, Bill. Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you, and I'll talk to you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Lucia. Here's Wayne. Hello, Wayne. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Mr. Angelo, I just want to say congratulations, and I've never met a more harder working guy, and I hope everything goes all right for you. And if anybody wants to go out to this place, go out there just to look at how Angelo stages the place, because it looks awesome. I mean, it's bring your camera.
Oh, that's nice. That's a very nice compliment.
Wayne came by and helped me paint. I called up Wayne. Yeah, and he dealt with all of my nonsense. Holes in the wall.
Wayne,
quite a bit of it.
I got to tell you, my advice to him was on the floors. When I saw how much work it was going to take to redo those floors, my advice was get a really nice carpet and cover this thing. But now it's beautiful. What he's done is he made the investment, and it's beautiful. So.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like I said, I've never seen a harder working young guy in my life, and I wish you the best.
All right.
Have a good day, guys.
And I do,
all right, Wayne, thank you.
I do want to say, Bill, one of the best things about not only shopping local, but shopping a business like this, everything in there I've purchased from people around the area. So not only are you helping me, but it's all money staying local, and it's keeping things from going into a dump. Essentially, it's all really cool stuff that would be lost.
It's amazing. One person's garbage is another. I don't know the saying, but it's a good one.
Treasure is another man's
treasure.
treasure.
Could be. Yeah, that might be it. All right, Angelo, good luck.
Thank you, Bill.
You can hang if you'd like. It's a quick break. Manasseh with an update. Coming up at WIBX.
Megan, you can lease the 2026 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive for only $398 a month. for 36 months.
With zero due at inception, even sales tax included.
See, I told you I can spot a great deal.
Oh, really? Like the time you bought that brand new patio set online?
Hey, it looked full size in the picture.
Yeah, for a dollhouse.
Okay, but this Kia deal's the real thing. No tiny chairs, no surprises. It's Kia's Season of New Traditions sales event.
Go kooky for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
2026 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive. VIN number TG392928. MSRP $32,155. 36 months, 30,000 mile lease, 20 cents per mile over. Zero due at inception, zero security deposit. 8.75% sales tax and $650 acquisition fee included in payment structure. 720 plus FICO score. Offer expires 1/2/26.
Destination Kia.
This year, give the gift of music, the gift of awe and wonder, the gift of a beautiful summer's day in upstate New York, highlighted with world-class opera and musical theater just minutes from Cooperstown. This year, give the gift of the Glimmerglass Festival. A variety of ticket packages are available for our 2026 season, or give a Glimmerglass gift card so they can enjoy the performances that fit their schedule. Visit glimmerglass.org and begin planning the summer experience of a lifetime at the 2026 Glimmerglass Festival.
Don't overpay for your next mattress at Mattress Express. With our guaranteed lowest price program, we will beat any locally advertised price on a mattress we carry, and within 90 days of purchase, if you see it advertised for less, bring it to our attention and we will refund the difference.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar. 315-444-4444.
Celebrate 75 years of belonging with AmeriQ Credit Union. Join today at ameriq.org. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Fallon, host of Fox Across America. We're talking politics, pop culture, and comedy, minus all the rage and finger-pointing. It's real talk for real people who just want to laugh, think, maybe learn something along the way. So join the fun weekdays at noon right here on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, Central New York's home for talk that's smart, honest, and just the right amount of crazy. Fox Across America with your main man, Jimmy Fallon.
Firestone Winter Force tires are designed to deliver impressive handling on snow, ice, and in wet weather conditions. Whether you have a coupe, sedan, wagon, or minivan, Winter Force tires let you drive with confidence, and you still get the comfortable driving experience you've come to expect from Firestone. Winter, you've met your match. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Available at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, or online at tallmanstire.com.
In a world that often feels divided, we choose Christ, compassion, community. At the Good News Foundation, faith is more than belief. It's a way of living, loving, and lifting up one another. We offer programs designed to bring healing, hope, and connection to people at every stage of life. Whatever path you're on, we're here to walk with you. Good News Foundation, sharing faith, offering hope, and serving others.
This station is brought to you by Notre Dame Catholic Schools. Buy your raffle ticket today for a chance at $100,000. Must be 18 and purchase in person. Call 315-724-5118.
Cloudy skies, 16 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 8:43. Anthony Tony Graziano passing away Sunday, just a few weeks shy of his 104th birthday. Graziano, a World War II veteran who fought in the Battle of the Bulge, helping liberate Jews imprisoned in concentration camps. After his military service, he spent more than 6 decades as a promoter, manager, and trainer of young boxers, including Canistoga's Billy Backus, whom he helped lead to the world welterweight title in 1970.
What a lifetime of accomplishments.
Yeah, and I'm not even done yet. He was instrumental in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. And then, of course, he was the man behind Graziano's Casa Mia restaurant, which he oversaw for more than a half a century. Anthony Graziano was 103 years old. We had folks asking about the cost of the passes at the Utica Outdoor Ice Rink. The season pass, $150. If you're including skates, $100 without skates. But a day pass is as cheap as $5. More information on that can be found on the City of Utica website. But Skate with Santa is happening a week from today, next Tuesday, from noon to 4. Skate rentals are $5, and the open skate is $5 as well. Hollywood continues to mourn the deaths of Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle. Their son, Nick, is expected in court later this week after police say he was the one responsible for their murder. LAPD says the 32-year-old is being held without bail. Australian leaders say they will beef up the nation's gun laws after a mass shooting at a Hanukkah celebration that left at least 15 people dead and dozens more injured. The country already has strict gun laws, but Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is proposing, among other things, limiting the number of guns a person can own and a regular review of gun licenses. Meanwhile, President Trump will host a Hanukkah reception tonight at the White House. One has been held every year since George W. Bush started it back in 2001. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 8:45.
Snow now well north. We'll get nickeled and dimed here tomorrow and Thursday with some precipitation. Looks like a milder system coming on in. Clouds go on to increase today. Upper 20s after another cold start. Tonight near 20. North Country will be a little bit colder. Now, tomorrow we might have some mixed precipitation around early, so might get slick in spots then. Rain and snow showers in the afternoon, but little accumulation expected. And it'll be scattered around, high close to 40. Maybe a rain shower Thursday, 42. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Cloudy skies, some varying temps. 15 in Herkimer, 10 in Utica, 12 in Rome. It is 8:46.
On the line right now is Joe Benson with the Utica Comets. The Comets are back and real competitive. Even when they were losing, the games were competitive. They were close.
Yeah.
But now we're finding ourselves on the winning side in studio, or on the phone anyway right now. Coming electronically to our studio is Joe Benson. Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Bill.
All right, so what are we looking at this week with the Utica Comets, and coming up on the holiday as well?
Yeah, so we got Rochester. We'll be in Rochester tomorrow night. Had a good, solid win against them a couple weeks ago, 4-3 in overtime. And then we'll be home on Friday against Wilkes-Barre Scranton. That'll be the final Christmas market game of December. And then we're in Wilkes-Barre on Saturday. So a little home and home before the Christmas break. And then when we come back 2 days after Christmas, we'll have our Red Out game against Toronto on Saturday the 27th. So that should be a lot of fun. And yeah, you know, it was a great start to the month. We had a 4-game point streak, lost the last 2, but they were very close games. And we've lost a couple key guys to injury. We've had some guys get called up, which has been exciting. Angus Crookshank scored his first goal as a Devil last week. Xavier Perrant made his NHL debut. Colton White's been up there. He's been getting a lot of games, and he's picked up a few assists here these last couple games as well. So it's good to see those guys making a difference up in New Jersey.
So I was I had a conversation with Jeff Stone the other day about at some point I want to do a video presentation going through the odd and all the different foods and types of foods you can eat when you go to a Comets game, starting outside, just outside at the 72. But there are the different bars and the concession stands and the food. It's really there's a great opportunity to go out and get some good food, or comfort food at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people would definitely enjoy that.
Okay, you do not seem so impressed.
As
I am. I'm like the food.
Bill
and there's something about
loves
those,
the game fair.
There's something about which I'm not eating now and trying not to eat right now because of the carbs. Is those chicken fingers that are the juiciest chicken fingers I think I've ever had. So
it's the honey mustard sauce.
Honey mustard sauce.
No,
yeah.
There's some good options. You got to carb up during the holidays, Bill. It's all right.
That's it. All right. And then you, how long is the? You had vendors throughout the other night. Does that continue into this week?
Yeah, so Friday will be the last game of that. That's
All right.
our Christmas market. Yeah, so this Friday will be the last
All
night
right.
of that.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. And you can check the schedule and get out there to see his family members come home. You know, if it's been a while, they'll be shocked to see what the odd looks like. And come out and check out a Comets game coming up. Thank you, Joe.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bill.
All right. Have a good day. Joe Benson. Had I gotten him when he was hungry, he probably just ate breakfast. You know, when you go to the grocery store on an empty stomach, you're buying everything. You can't wait. You get excited about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my God, look what I'm buying. Joe apparently just ate.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what happened. Quick break, and we'll come back. Hold tight to WIBX.
Looking to slide into savings with a reliable ride without the brand new price tag? Then it's time to bundle up the deals at Steep Ponte Chevrolet in Herkimer. Check out their Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicles. Perfect for winter adventures, from holiday road trips to frosty morning commutes. Each vehicle is backed by a certified warranty and low financing options. Right now, qualified buyers can lock in chilly cool rates as low as 3.9% for 36 months on select Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicles like Chevrolet Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, and Traverse. You'll drive away warm, confident in a Car Bravo certified pre-owned vehicle. Don't wait. These winter savings will melt away soon. Head to Steep Ponte Chevrolet, where it's always easy to do business. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Visit them on State Route 28 in Herkimer or at steeppontechevy.com. Customers must qualify for top-tier financing with GM Financial. All taxes and fees due on delivery. Must take delivery by December 31st. Customer must qualify for top-tier credit through GM Financial. See salesperson for details.
Being prepared for winter weather starts with New Holland. For large snow removal jobs to clearing driveways, New Holland has the equipment to stay one step ahead. Overcome winter's toughest conditions faster, cleaner, and safer with the New Holland lineup of skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, compact wheel loaders, and compact utility tractors. The year-end celebration is going on now. Visit Clinton Tractor today and get equipped for winter.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, good morning. A couple things that we should get to. New York Sash. You know how brutal the winters can be? We're dealing with them right now as we speak. Central New York winters can be cold. Right now, New York Sash has buy two, get one free going on right now. Buy two New York Sash windows, get one free. It's the best deal of the year. Buy 10, get 5 free. Buy 20, get 10 free. There's no limit to the savings. And it's going on right now. Buy two, get one free. You can see the windows on display at their showroom, 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro, or go online at NewYorkSash.com to schedule your free no-pressure quote. New York Sash, let their family take care of your family. And he'll be here for our Christmas Eve extravaganza. Ricky Z in with his keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
And we love that. If you're in need of a new vehicle, he has you covered. If it's pre-owned, they have you covered at Steep Ponte Mazda. While they focus on creating the ultimate customer experience, They also select their best late model Mazdas for their Mazda certified pre-owned vehicles, offering a 160-point inspection and balance of the 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. As Rick says, if you need a lower price or payment, come in and let's make your deal on a Mazda certified pre-owned vehicle where it's always easy to do business. Steep Pawnee Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Anything I need to add to that?
I don't think so.
Okay. In studio right now is Kayla and Leslie, in from the rescue mission. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice and really, really tight on the. I guess we got it working. Looks like we got a camera back all of a sudden. So you guys are on camera. Wave to the world. The world is watching. All right. What are we hosting a ribbon cutting for the new community resource room that's coming up? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we're doing a ribbon cutting for the community resource room. So basically what the community resource room is, it's a program that provides access to essential technologies such as computers, Wi-Fi, and audio and video equipment.
Which is a great asset for people that are coming in. You want to add to that?
Yeah, well, Kayla's providing an essential need for people that don't have access to computers. Some of them don't even have identification.
Yeah,
Some of them don't have a phone, and it's difficult to make an email or whatever without the two-factor authentication.
With family they haven't communicated with.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's barriers that exist that we don't even know about until we sometimes try and do something. So she's there to help people, remove those barriers and to help them just, get the services that they need and the care that they need. And it's a great program. We're really excited about it.
Have you guys seen an increase in people with the cold weather we've had? This is early this year.
Yeah. I think our shelter's been maxed out for quite a while with cold flu. So, yeah.
And is this new resource room something that everyone gets to use? How does that work? I'll go to you.
Yes, yep. So
Kayla.
it is. It's open to the community. Anybody can come in if they're experiencing, a barrier with technology. They need help with job searching, career advancement, applying for different benefits or programs, and also, apartment and housing searches, researching for colleges or, GED programs, stuff like that.
All right.
How many, when you say you've been full, how many units do you have, beds do you have?
I believe he can go up to either 67 or 69 during a code blue.
Wow, and it's full every night.
I think so. And also, Kayla works over at our community service building, which is where our drop-in center is located. And I believe that they have about 25 people over at our drop-in center every night as well.
All right.
Yeah.
I know this is a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I love stupid questions, apparently. Are there any filters on the computers? As in, or is the World Wide Web just have at it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the purpose of it is for, either applying for educational programs or job searches and stuff like that. It's not going to be really like a program to just like search.
Let's just say you're not going to log on to Spotify.
Right.
We'll use Spotify as an example. So, so there are limits to what what it is used for in order, and it's there to be able to help people communicate and maybe find something they've been looking for in terms of services.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
One lady came in and she was able to help her fill out an application, and she received a call back, and she was going for an interview. So, it's all designed to help people get to a more healthy spot.
All right.
Yep.
And money that you guys have raised has gone to create this. I'm assuming that
it's a grant, and it's funded by
it's funded by the New York State Office of Faith and Nonprofit Development Services.
All right.
No, and I just want to say, I guess a last-minute plea with the holidays coming up. You still need donations. What are the things people can drop off?
Certainly, they could always bring men and women's sweatpants, undergarments, socks, gloves, hats, any of that stuff. We will make sure it gets into the hands of people that need it.
And it's cold.
It is. Yes.
I don't like this one bit, personally.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Obviously,
thank you.
rescuemission.org is the website.
Yes, and we'll have more information, and it's the 22nd at 11 o'clock, the ribbon cutting. So
Okay.
the community's invited.
All right, congratulations. Nice
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you. The Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills is the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. And we've been talking all really for the last 6 months how they were not able to accept new patients until they added a new physician. They have done that. Dr. Sharon Mattern of Sequoia will be joining the Falcon Clinic, so you can schedule a new appointment at 315-507-4751, 315-507-4751, or visit them on their website. It's the Falcon Clinic. Dr. Kosminski, Dr. Shemaleski, Dr. Zielinski, and now Dr. Sharon Mattern from Sequoia. The Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
There were jobs lost in October, but a bit of a rebound last month. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. We just got that in the report just out, delayed by the long government shutdown. 64,000 jobs were created in November, a little better than expected.
We also had the unemployment rate tick up to 4.6%.
Fox Business Network Cheryl Cassoni, that rate's higher than predicted, the highest since 2021. The report also includes October hiring, which was negative, 105,000 jobs lost. We also got a delayed shopping update showing the expected slight increase in retail sales for October did not happen. The number's the same from September. The Brown University shooter is still on the loose. The FBI has a $50,000 reward trying to find the gunman who murdered 2 students and wounded 9 on Saturday. They do have new footage they've made public.
These videos show their primary person of interest, the potential gunman, near Brown University at 2 p.m. Saturday, just 2 hours before the shooting. The man is seen wearing a dark beanie, a surgical mask over his face, and a dark two-tone jacket. He's just walking almost casually. At one point, he stops, turns, and looks around with his arms behind his back.
Fox's Brian Yennes said Brown. Nick Reiner expected in court in a few hours in Los Angeles to face charges in the murder of his parents. Actor and movie director Rob Reiner and his mother, Michelle.
Nick Reiner, 32 years old, has a history of drug addiction, homelessness, and mental health issues. He had, in fact, made a movie called Being Charlie with his father directing it.
That's Fox's Jonathan Hunt. 8 more alleged narco-terrorists are dead, blown up, and 3 more boats said to be trafficking illegal drugs off the Venezuela coast. And next hour, senators will get a classified briefing from Secretary of State Marco Rubio and War Secretary Pete Hegseth, as many Democrats question the operation's legality.
And if Secretary Hegseth continues to conceal the truth, then what exactly is he trying to hide?
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. America's listening to Fox News.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah. Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Firestone Winter Force tires are designed to deliver impressive handling on snow, ice, and in wet weather conditions. Whether you have a coupe, sedan, wagon, or minivan, Winter Force tires let you drive with confidence, and you still get the comfortable driving experience you've come to expect from Firestone. Winter, you've met your match. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Available at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair.